Mm-hmm.
We good?
I think we're live.
All right, nice. Well, hello. Thank you all for tuning in. We're here with Mr. Dan Cantu.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, guys.
Domain
Thank you, guys.
Development.
Domain.
Thanks for the invite.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming. I know you guys are crazy busy.
A little bit.
We're missing Xavi, but Xavi's on his way.
He's on his way. He's coming pretty fast.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of traffic, man. We've turned into like a metropolitan area.
It's getting bad.
Honestly, it takes like half an hour
It's
to get from North McAllen to South.
And then with all the construction, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
But, you know, you seen all that construction, it gets me excited.
Love it, dude. Love
It gets me excited. I'm like, heck yeah. We're
That's
growing.
a good thing. That means we're growing, man. There's a
Yeah.
lot of energy.
We're growing, man.
I'm gonna tune in live just in case anybody's got questions. Feel free to put them on the comments. We're gonna try to answer them this time around as we're on live.
My phone decided to go crazy. I need to restart it. I don't know what's going on.
And to add to that, if you didn't listen last week, we gave away how much? It was like $1,000 or something.
It was like $1,000 for dinner of
to
two.
Papa Dos. I'm still waiting to get invited to Papa Dos. So
Yeah,
Where are you?
Jaime.
Where are you, Jaime?
Jaime's a lucky guy, man.
Jaime Lee.
I don't know. We had like I don't know 500 comments, and he
won.
he won.
Yeah, but today we're gonna get the Ambra, right?
We got
Yeah.
we got actually a special guest coming in today.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna let you guys know who it is until he gets here. But he's bringing a briefcase, if I'm not mistaken.
Full
It's
of
gonna be
cash.
nice, man.
He's bringing a briefcase full of something, full of something that we're gonna raffle away today. So hopefully you guys can listen in.
Yeah, definitely.
And remember, you got to comment. You got to comment on our Facebook Live feed so that you are entered to win, and we will announce the winner at the end of the podcast.
Yes, and for people that had asked me, how it works is your comment gets placed, and so as they're coming in, it gives it a number, and the person that is in charge of making sure that you guys can see us perfectly could see that number. So either Xavi or Dan, we're just going to pick a number off the top of their head, and that particular comment will win the dinner for two here at Ambra. Which
whoever's
is,
been to Ambra, they're gonna love it.
oh my
They're
god,
gonna
Oh, my
love
God.
Ambra, the steaks, the chicken, everything's good.
Yeah.
Right?
What'd you
I
say?
think they've been open for like, I don't know, 2
Over
weeks,
a month now?
maybe a
No,
month. All
over
right.
a month, yeah.
Maybe about 30 days.
They've been sold out.
And I've
no?
been here about 29 days.
yeah,
almost
I
every
think we've
night.
been here half of the time. At least.
I think we've been here longer than that.
At least half of the
Because
time.
we were here for the freaking, we were here for the, what do you call it, the soft opening. So
Yeah.
we've
Two-
been
two
here
soft
longer
openings.
than
Oh, we did two
Ambra's
soft
been.
openings.
I think we did 2 or 3, bro.
Ooh, dude.
Two soft openings and what else was
I
it?
don't know if Ritz realized that we came twice.
We packed the house though. STBA packed the
Oh,
house.
yeah, we
for
did.
real.
We had
Shout out
power
to all
lunch.
you guys.
Oh my God, here we go.
Over here can the power
Perfect timing.
Yes.
Nice.
Shout out to our wait staff here at Ambra who came in early today to make sure that we're all hydrated.
Thank you, ma'am.
And obviously, this is a straight tequila. Thank you. On ice.
Very much.
That's what the doctor ordered.
Yes. Yeah, that's my fruit punch. Thank you very much. And that is his fruit punch.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
And even the water's good here.
Can you come check in on us like in 10, 15?
Yeah, we're waiting for one more person.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
What'd you get?
I got a drink. I got
try
a little
that.
mezcal drink.
Is it good?
It's super good.
I just got water because it's not 5 yet. So.
It looks really good. Let me see.
It's 5 in where's it 5 at right now?
Oh, in
New York.
Is it New York?
Right, because it's 3 o'clock here.
No, so it's
badass.
1 hour ahead over there, so it's 4 over there.
It's 4 in New York.
And the Bahamas is
check.
5. The
Ooh,
Bahamas.
Bahamas. Hey, cheers
That's
to the
why you ordered that.
Yeah, cheers to the
Which is great, by the way.
Bohemians? No, Bahamian? No.
Cheers, bro.
Whatever,
Hey, so this is number 7, bro.
Number 7. Lucky
Number
number 7.
seven,
I know.
Dude, right?
Okay, so I said I was going to go get on Facebook Live. Let me do that so that we...
I'm trying to resuscitate my phone at the moment. It's not functioning, man.
all right, how do I go to the live one? Watch live. Here we go. Boom. I've never actually done this.
There you go, baby. Okay.
That's cool.
Watch live.
All right, and then the comments will
Oh,
come
the
up.
comments are going crazy.
Are they
Right,
really?
honestly.
Okay, how do I see the comments, bro?
We got. You got to see the.
Oh,
there you
yeah.
go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. We got a bunch of comments. Damn,
Yeah, there's Jaime.
Yeah.
you give out free T-shirts, and look at that.
Serby, where are you,
Hey,
Serby?
welcome, everybody. We got quite a few listeners.
Cheers. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Cheers.
TTT. Shout out to TTT.
Lower down the.
How do I lower this?
Yeah, you
Sorry.
you just have to mute the phone.
We got, yeah,
Take
there
off
you go.
There you go.
There you go. South Texas Paving.
Hey,
There
bro,
you go.
that's some-
Shout out to South Texas Paving.
That's some handsome guys right there.
JEM Construction. Jason.
Yeah.
Shout out, baby. Thank you for tuning in. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Cheers. Yo,
Servi.
we're serving.
Servi's right there. Servi.
Cool.
Miguel Angel Vargas. Mr. Ruben Reese. Frank Hernandez.
Hey, but I want to give a shout out to Ambra and to
for
Ritz
real.
and Jaime, the owners. This place is actually pretty dope.
It's amazing.
Beautiful.
If you haven't
really
come,
is.
man, you gotta.
It was
you gotta
about a 2-year construction on this.
Yeah.
liquor thing. Yeah,
That's
it started
crazy.
Back in
Jaime Lee.
2021, I think we had some COVID issues, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that took a while.
Slowed
And
down.
Yeah, it's real nice though.
Do you think that
Beautiful,
you think that helped it get it to how it is now, man? Like
Well, no, I mean
No?
it was just.
They had this plan from the beginning.
Yeah, they had a great plan. We actually changed the plan quite a few times. They changed it, and we ended up with this, which is beautiful.
Shout out to the Lacity, right? The Lacity.
Oh, yeah, decided. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're the ones that designed it.
Yeah,
brought
they
it on
did.
stuff.
They did an amazing job. Kudos to you guys.
That's-
Wow,
it's crazy.
Truly,
Yeah.
you come to Ambra and you feel like you're in Vegas,
Yeah,
which is really cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, definitely.
You guys haven't joined STBA, so you know it's always a good time to join. Call me, call Mario. If you're doing this kind of stuff, we'd love to have you in our organization,
that's true.
so we
For
can
real.
so we
bring
can
'em in.
promote you.
Bring
Yeah,
'em in.
yep.
And
Stuff
then,
like this, we really need to push.
Howling Rabbits also opened up over here in the back.
Howling Rabbits opened up.
They've been having
Zebby
a-
and the guys.
Yeah, Sebi and the guys, and then we have tons of people going in there.
Howling Rabbit is the party place to be on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, to watch the games actually.
Yeah, I went there the past Friday, and wow, there was so many people there. They're
some-
doing great.
It was packed, bro. We were there. It was
Yeah,
packed.
yeah, it was packed.
It was packed. Dude, football season's gonna be nice there.
Yeah, for
Definitely.
sure.
Definitely.
It's gonna be nice. If y'all haven't been, y'all need to go. You
That's-
you literally feel like you're somewhere not in the valley. That's for sure.
We were just talking about that, right? About
Yeah.
the Cowboys and missing football, and
Hey, man, I'm ready to listen to that. And some more Cowboys, man.
yeah,
It's,
Xavi's a big Cowboy fan, so
I went to a game with Xavi one time, which is really cool. That was a good experience.
Man, we got comments coming in like crazy.
That's awesome.
you see the Cowboy fans coming in missing.
Yeah, all good.
Brother,
Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah, man. This area, Dan. What is this? What are we calling this area?
Right now, where we are right now is North Park Village.
North Park Village.
So basically, on this side, north of Auburn, is North Park Village. What we're gonna do across the street, it's gonna be the district, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But basically, so this one here is 5 buildings all together become North Park Village.
Yeah, very cool.
Y'all plan on having living around here as well?
Anyway.
You're gonna have some living around here as well.
Yeah, that'll be over here across the street at the district.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But we're waiting on that.
I got a sneak peek on the plans, man. It's super excited. It's going to be a really cool area.
You're designing it?
I'm not designing it.
No?
No, I'm not designing it. But I did get a sneak peek at the layout, and wow, yeah,
we actually
super cool.
changed it like 8-9 times. It's been changed, since
and
the
I'm sure you guys will probably change it a few more times by the time it's all said and done.
About 3 years ago, working on it, and changed this, and then it was great, and then it wasn't great, and then we changed it again. And, you know,
But that's the reality of things, right?
it takes a while.
Yeah,
Everything takes a while.
especially if you're trying to create something that's different, and you're really pushing the envelope on finish out here in the valley of what we normally see. It takes a little bit of time, right? And so, prime example, Ambra. It took a couple years, but wow.
Exactly.
But dude, look how it's blowing up.
Yeah.
You guys they're packed every day. No?
The chicken, you got to get the chicken, and
the chicken,
the
bro.
chicken and the sweetbreads are.
And I know people be like
To die for.
chicken.
Hey, but
Come try the chicken.
We were here yesterday. They were having a corporate event outside. There was like 50 people in the
Yes,
patio.
bro. I saw that. It was crazy. They had like 50 desserts.
Yeah, they
I stuck
reserved
my
it.
finger in one of them. Almost got kicked out.
They're saying that it's great for corporate events, for big parties, stuff like that. It's amazing.
Yeah. It definitely is. We had one of the power lunches here with Don Cantu and STBA, and man, we packed the house.
Yeah.
It was packed.
There it was. They were all the seats were taken up. I think we got in trouble, right? Because we were over capacity.
Yeah.
I think we might have hit 100, no?
I think we hit 100.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had to get some people.
And I was surprised everyone got here early.
I
It was
know.
like, everyone got here like right before 12, I think.
All we got to do is invite them to a nice restaurant and everybody shows up.
Nah, but it's been really nice seeing everybody come together and everybody just coming out and mingling with each other and coexisting. And hey, what are you up to? Nopals this. What are you up to? Nopals? You know, like just everyone sharing what they're up to and just talking.
If you get here at 5:30 here at Ambra and you go to the bar, you're gonna run into
Everybody.
at least about 5 to 10 guys in the construction industry.
Somebody, you know.
Yeah, lender, whatever it may be. You'll run into somebody here, which is cool.
Dice
That's good to see.
Efren says he's on his way. Mr. Gomez,
Yeah, come on, man.
come on. Come
do
on
it.
by.
Come do a cameo.
Come on by.
So, Dan, let's start with Dan. Dan,
What's going on?
how long you been doing this, man?
In actual real estate, I would say back in 2008, more or less.
Really?
Yeah, actual real estate, yeah.
When the construction industry was at its slowest, right?
In residential, yeah, but commercial was still going.
Oh,
good.
commercial
So we
still-
started with commercial first. Started doing commercial. We started doing some shopping centers, and we had some other business going on. We'll get into that later. But yeah, around there. So it's been about 15 years, more or
Damn.
less.
15, 17 years, 15
Yeah.
years, yeah.
What are we, 2023? Yeah. I don't even know.
Don't ask him about the math.
It makes about sense.
It's whatever.
Around there, 15 years.
15, 30, 40 years, whatever. Cool, man. So how did you get into the real estate business?
Went up on Xavi, and I had some other dealings we were doing before that because I've known him since 1996. Actually, that's when we met back in 1996. Did some other stuff, and then
1996, Dan is how old?
18 going to 19.
Wow.
18 going to 19. I think Xavi was 22 at the time. Yeah, he was about 22.
Yeah.
I was 18.
So 18, Dan 18. What's Dan 18 like?
Let me see.
Is right? We all, everybody evolves throughout the years. What was Dan at 18?
Yeah, I was a good
like?
guy. I was good.
Yeah?
I think so.
Party animal?
Maybe
No
a
party
little,
animal?
A little bit of party animal, not too much. I was trying to get my shit together and all that stuff.
Yeah?
Too. But I was out of high school. I was going to college, and then
What were you studying in college?
actually law enforcement.
Really?
Wow.
Oh, shit. Change
The hell happened
of
to you?
direction. There he is.
There you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
We're
Shawty's
just getting
here.
into the juicy stuff. What's up, bro?
What's going on, man?
All right,
How you
man.
doing?
Good, man.
How's it going?
Shout.
What's it in?
Put on the headset, bro.
I've noticed
how sexy.
sometimes it's a great tactic to be late when you're negotiating.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
So don't want to give away all the tips
Yeah,
here.
I
There
strongly
you
agree with that.
Oh, wow.
Some people don't like it. But
It's
whatever.
crazy,
cool,
right? Like it zones you in, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We figured the excuse was the traffic, but it was a negotiating tactic.
I don't know what we're negotiating. But
I don't know,
I'm
but
always
if,
in negotiating mood. So.
we can, bro. We can. We can figure something to negotiate.
Yeah, there you go.
For everybody that doesn't know, this is Xavi,
Shavi, shout out. Domain
Yep.
development.
How's it going?
Domain Development.
Owner, CEO. What's your official title? Have you given yourself one?
No, I haven't.
Nah,
I
I
guess
just don't
president.
Xavi,
President.
can you push the microphone closer to you? Just so
there
we, yeah.
There you go.
You can push. You can move it. You can move it closer to
Yeah,
you. It
get
don't matter.
comfortable, bro.
Yeah, you can move it around. Don't matter.
There you go.
Nice.
So
Check, check.
so you, CEO, owner,
Just go with president.
we go president.
Yeah, yeah.
El Jefe.
Do what I say.
I'm officially just gonna go with El Jefe.
Yeah, we don't take enough time to stop and
Yeah.
realize
Hey, what's-
titles and,
Yeah.
and things like that. We're just always on the go. you
Yeah.
know?
Live life on the road.
We're gonna have a meeting today to discuss titles.
Yeah, there you go.
No. Cool, man. We just started with Dan. Dan was catching us up from 1996.
Yeah, can you believe that?
That is crazy, bro.
That is crazy.
Dan was studying law enforcement.
Was he really?
Yes, bro.
That's why I just didn't know about
You didn't
that.
read
I did not know
read his
this.
resume when he submitted it? Oh shit!
It's been a
I
while.
probably should have
Okay.
checked that and done a background.
I was gonna be a cop.
That's cool.
You know, it's like that saying: the days go by slow, but the years go by so
It-
fast.
man, ain't that the truth?
That's a good
Right?
one.
So that's how it's kind of been.
That's a good one.
That is a
actually.
good one.
I was wanting to the other podcasts that we have. Like everybody's got something really, a quote that they have that's really interesting that identifies them. We should start writing these down. That's a good one. Man.
We should.
Put
We
them
should
put them
definitely
on a
have 'em.
plaque. Get them to you guys. I think it'd be a nice gesture.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes,
yeah,
brother.
absolutely.
Thank you for joining
Thanks
us.
for coming on
Appreciate
board.
it.
We just to catch up to speed. We were talking about Ambra and how amazing the project is here,
Yeah.
and the restaurant, and the food, and all that, and North Park.
Yeah.
It's killing it, right?
You
We
know,
got
when-
a bunch of people coming over here.
We started planning this, at least almost 3 years ago.
No longer than that.
At that time, I knew there was a void in North McAllen for
Yeah.
higher end products, for bar, restaurant type products up here, and we've seen that. You've seen Nolana kind of take off, but it's a little bit of a different crowd. We were trying to go for a higher end crowd over here,
Yeah.
and I think we're accomplishing that. A lot of people have been really impressed with not just Ambra, but the overall development. You got Taloa that opened up, the brewery, and they're all doing well right now, and it's really the direction that we were shooting for here.
Yeah.
And then on top, the second story over here, our concept was go for all real estate services. We knew our office was going to be on one side of the building, the other side. I brought Mick Lake. You had her on last
Yeah,
week. I watched that podcast.
Yeah.
She did
Melissa,
great.
she did amazing.
Melissa.
Yeah, shout
Did
out
great.
to Melissa.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Melissa.
shout out to
She's-
So I brought
she
Mick
watching?
Lake over, and I said, "Hey, our office is here. We're pumping out 300-400 lots a year. I need a title company next to me." And she didn't ask how much. She didn't question it. She just said, "Where do I sign?"
Kind of a no-brainer for her.
It was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and so we're working really well together. And then beyond that, we got Remax up there, and we weren't even pitching it to the architect, and he was overhearing conversation. He says, "Wait, I want in too."
Yeah, that's awesome.
So everything just kind of fell in place. That was our vision for it: is upstairs real estate services. So that way it's one-stop shop. Somebody comes in, they buy a lot, they could have it designed, they could build it, they
Yeah.
can
It's great team.
Yeah.
close it.
Great team.
And
Who's
there's
the-
even a
who's the
mortgage
builder?
company.
It's Omega.
Omega.
Omega's up there, and Sam Garcia is the architect.
Let me know if there's any ever
Right.
any room, man. Let me know if there's any room. I like
We
this
have
whole
more
one-stop
space.
shop there.
We
That'd
have
be
more
kinda
space
cool.
coming up.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
we
got
can get a
plenty of space.
structure.
Yeah, no, for
structure.
sure, man. Let me know.
Side office.
I think structure wants an office here inside Ambra, though.
Yeah, and then Morrison just like hit the nail,
Yes.
man.
And then
Morrison,
you have Morrison going downstairs.
Great company,
with a-
also, man.
Yeah.
With a nice showroom.
beautiful
and everything.
showroom.
Mhm.
Beautiful
So-
showroom.
So a lot of people didn't know everything was going on. Now this Ambra has really opened people's
Oh,
eyes.
yeah, for sure.
So
It's eye catching. You're driving down the street and it definitely catches your attention. And even when it was being built and it was still in the development process, and I drive by and I just be like, man, that's gonna look nice.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think that the appealing of it itself is just what itself gravitates people to it.
Yeah.
Because people, it's different. You don't
Yeah.
see a concept or a structure like this around, not much in the valley.
and really, this is the appetizer. This development. There's a 32-acre development
Yeah.
across the street.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into too much detail today. I'll just tell you,
People want to know.
It's,
We
ba-
got-
it's badass.
Yeah.
I got a sneak peek.
we've been tweaking.
You got to
and,
show me this. You got to show me this.
I'll tell you this. There's going to be a 5-story building involved in that development plan. There's quite a bit. It's a mixed-use project. It'll have every aspect of mixed use in that development. Single family, multifamily, retail, restaurant, little
Banks.
park area,
Wow.
office. So you could literally live there, work there, play there.
Yeah.
You have 2 schools across the street, so everything will be pretty much here on site. Shit,
Walk everywhere.
Can we cuss on here? I don't
Yes,
know.
you can. Absolutely. The answer to that is absolutely yes. It is highly encouraged.
It's just our friends are watching. That's it. So
Y'all can just bleep me out.
we're about to
I
take some
get in the
shots right
zone and
now.
I start cussing.
There's nothing more genuine than a few cuss words, bro.
Yeah, right.
Honestly.
This isn't scripted.
Oh boy. Yeah, so
man.
you can live here and you can be. This is going to be area where you won't have to leave. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have to bring structures off.
That's
here.
amazing.
That's awesome,
That's
bro. No,
amazing.
let me know. Let me know. I'm definitely
and
interested.
people want convenience, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what you're giving them.
Yeah.
You're giving that convenience to, man. You could live here, you could work here, you could shop here.
Yeah. You don't gotta go San Towns anymore.
You know,
Yeah, no.
you go
Austin.
out here,
No, dude.
go back home.
The Valley's got it, man. And slowly, every year we're adding something to the mix. And Xavi and you guys, Domain Development, Dan, you guys are really
Big time.
setting the trend,
Thanks, man.
which I think is highly needed here in the Valley.
Yeah, get it closer to you. Just because the reception of it, so we can get you on good reception.
So 3 years ago, so like just looking at it from a business perspective, like 3 years ago, you guys have an idea to build this. I mean, this is big investment, and you're gonna put it up, and you're hoping that you get the clientele, right, and the rental.
Yeah, it's pretty much a spec project. And when we started with the first two buildings up front. The overall project is about $30 million project.
Yeah.
That's project cost. And
That's a big risk, right?
It is. I think it's a risk for sure. When we started with the first two buildings, we had a little trouble getting tenants in there. You know,
Somewhat.
It was a little bit of took some time.
Once we got
traction.
the principal ones, then after that, just everything kind of fell in place.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think the first one wasn't it
Cap-
Kamori?
Kamori, Capital Title. The last one was actually Spectrum. That's the one that we waited for. We waited for them. We
Yeah.
wanted them in here.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
Who's
good.
in charge?
Oh, come on in.
We promised you guys a
We got Mr. Mortgage coming
Mr.
in.
Morgan.
handsome man with a briefcase, and instead we got.
What's going on?
What's up, bro?
How are you?
How are you, man? Good to see you.
Thanks for coming, brother. How are you? Good to see you.
Thank you for coming
Oh, I didn't
Surgery.
mean to interrupt.
Here you go.
Ah, but you got a gift. Definitely
Yes.
interrupt, brother.
So today's gift certificate is sponsored by Sergio with Mr. Mortgage. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
So he's sponsoring a dinner here at Ambra.
Dinner at Ambra, right?
Yeah, dinner at Ambra.
Awesome.
Nice.
Gift card there.
Oh, that's what's in the box. Huh?
Yeah.
That's what's in the box.
Yeah, Pandora's
What's in the box? What's in the box?
You ever seen that Saturday Night
yeah,
Live?
that's what I'm saying. What's in the box?
We won't talk about that.
Oh man.
Sergio, stand over here. Sergio's a good
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can come out.
Thank you, brother.
So we actually had Sergio on the podcast.
Yes, dude. Great podcast.
2 podcasts ago. So we had Sergio, and then we had I forgot. I'm going blank. Land title, and it was a very interesting. Yes, sir, Melissa. It was a very interesting podcast. A lot of people said it was very informative.
Very educational.
Yeah, very educational.
So,
it was
that's
great. A really good response on that. And I think I learned a lot in that podcast.
Yeah.
I came out of there with ideas. I was like, I need to do that.
Yep.
It was great. It was great.
Great feedback. Everyone that we've had so far, man, it's been a great guest. And I think that's kind of why we're getting so much momentum.
Yeah.
Right?
Just some gift cards for Ambra.
It's going to be a gift card for Ambra. Yeah.
So how many
Nice.
people are watching the podcast now?
Right.
At the
got
moment,
About
we have
28,
28 people?
23 live.
23,000.
Nice.
and we have
We go by thousands. It doesn't have the zeros, but it's there.
Yeah.
We got
9, 10,
23
11.
listening live. We got a bunch of comments already. Everybody wants to win, man. Look at that. We got like probably
28
25
comments.
28 comments. All right.
All right.
So,
Well,
cool, bro. Thank you, brother.
pleasure, guys.
I
Thank you.
appreciate
Good
it.
to see
Thank you.
All right. have a
Thanks,
good
Sergio.
one.
Thanks, I
Yes,
appreciate it, man.
See you, man.
Mr. Mortgage.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
I told him to come with a briefcase and a bow tie. You didn't play the part. All right, so we've got
Dan wants to look in the box.
yeah.
I will put it in there. If you
be
did
like-
get the bow tie right, I could get the bow tie.
If you win the raffle, do you want the box or you want dinner for 2?
with
At
with,
Ambra?
with Mr. Mortgage. with Mr. Mortgage.
bow tie, no bow tie.
We can probably arrange that, actually.
Just the bow tie.
Yeah. These are our conversations every day on our text, man. This is ridiculous. It's funny how we actually get some stuff done.
Oh, shit.
Or it's a surprise, actually.
We're all over the place. Bro.
So at Domain Development, who's in charge of getting these things leased? Is that you, Dan? Is that
Yeah,
your
it's basically
part?
me.
Yeah.
Me and we have Esme. Esme, she's
Esme
the
does
property
it too.
manager.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Esme at Domain.
That's how we got my name out there and the number and all that stuff. So I get
And that
calls.
great looking picture.
calls all the time from like 3 or 4 years ago.
Whenever you don't put that on your profile pic, man, because then you get a bunch of calls.
No, once we got the back over here, I think Xavi's all of your guys actually were the ones who went in the back.
Yeah, that was
Right.
all relationship deals.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
We didn't really, have to use a sign to lease out
Yeah.
most of the stuff. In
That's
the back.
awesome, bro.
Taloa is a rooftop guys from downtown,
Nice.
and the brewery guys. We had both those guys in place before we even designed the building. So we designed the building according to their needs. So the concept of Taloa is you walk in, there's no seating downstairs. You just walk into a little lobby. You take an elevator up, and it's a completely different concept. It's an out of town concept
Yeah.
that you don't see here, and you feel it if you've been there.
No, sir, haven't been there yet.
You haven't been there.
Highly recommend it,
You didn't
bro.
do your research.
I'm
before
surprised you haven't been there.
came on this podcast. You know what? I'm out.
Somebody here is doing their research. I've been there at least 3 or 4 times.
All
This
for
week,
research.
I remember-
all for research purposes.
This week.
Anyway, yeah, it was all for research.
Research.
Absolutely.
yeah,
That's awesome.
and you're here a lot too for
And
research.
and we're doing a lot of research here at Ambra.
Continues.
Okay, it continues.
It's
I
an
haven't
ongoing.
tried everything on the menu. I need to.
Thank you.
So, all right. So we've got North Park doing well. You guys starting another building, right? Here in North Park?
Yep, we got one last building coming in the back. Another restaurant, one more restaurant, no more bars.
Nice.
Coming over there. It's more family oriented restaurant.
Cool.
Can't tell you who it is yet.
It's a secret.
Follow us on Facebook
Yeah.
to see.
Give me a
Yeah.
couple
We'll
of drinks
announce
and
it
I'll
very
let you know.
Dan always spills his secrets.
Can I get a
man.
round of shots, please? I already know. Nah, I'm just kidding.
If you want your secrets out, tell this.
take Dan out. Take Dan out for happy hour.
Dan is not the keeper of secrets.
Great
Everybody
guy,
knows.
terrible with secrets.
I can't keep a secret. Jeez.
Xavi lets a little secrets out too.
No te hagas. That's cool, man.
Yeah, we'll have more office. It'll be identical to
Yeah,
this
very
two-story
similar.
building, very similar to this. Another restaurant in the corner with outdoor patio space.
Nice.
We're also targeting a brunch lunch spot.
Oh, dude, that'd be
here.
awesome.
Yeah, brunch has turned into a big thing, and I know the brewery is gonna have. If they didn't already start it, they're gonna have brunch.
This weekend,
Oh,
I think
nice.
they're gonna have an awesome brunch.
I haven't tried the food there, but somebody was saying that the food's really good.
The
It is.
pizza.
Yeah.
I know Ambra is open for Mother's Day as well, so
Yep.
Oh,
you haven't
cool.
gotten your reservations.
There's probably none
Get
left.
it in. There's probably none left.
Yeah. The whole
Not
month.
called.
That'll get you in. Ritz will probably be upset, but that will get you in. No more people.
We can't have any more.
We're not trying to break any laws or anything.
So yeah, that'll add to that'll kind of put an exclamation on this development, and then we move across the street.
Offices upstairs also on that one?
Office is upstairs.
Cool.
We got an office space for
For structure?
structure.
Right,
Oh,
right.
let's take a poll. Can we
For
take
Mr.
a poll?
Mortgage?
Yeah.
Should
Maybe Mr.
structure
Mortgage
homes
might
move
wanna-
into North Park?
Right.
Yes. No.
Yes, sir.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes,
ding,
sir.
ding.
And Mr. Mortgage as well.
No, that's cool, man. I'd love to see that.
Yes, and I do want to stay
Jaime,
with some
Jaime
more
Lee.
real estate services over there as well.
Yeah.
Kind of capitalize on what we have. Make
Get
this
the momentum.
little real estate mecca. Of
Yeah.
Real estate and
McDowell.
entertainment.
Yeah,
because
and real estate and entertainment. What else do you do?
Yeah. Who has more fun than us in
real
this
estate.
industry?
That's true.
Oh man.
I want to go back though. Let's go back to '96, right when we started the conversation. So you guys started off. Where'd y'all start off?
Yeah,
at?
man, that was interesting.
I had
How
a
did
lead
this-
in. I had a lead in the last podcast when we ended with Melissa, and the hint was Mallrats.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want to
That
know
is-
how somebody.
How did that happen?
How does
And
somebody?
I think I got that from you.
How do we go? How do we go from the mall to this? You know what I mean? How do you go from the mall to this? What you're doing now? 30,
Yeah.
30
How do you
million?
go from law enforcement to this? How do you go from law
How do you go from
enforcement
law
to
breaking the law?
to the mall?
Breaking the law. Yeah. To hiding from the law.
And now I gotta go.
And we're not at Ambra right now. It's just an illusion. How does that happen, man?
So my first business was at the age of 19. I had a little watch stand there at the mall. Very first business, 19. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing. But,
Just make it work, baby.
but we're
Dude,
making
what
it
the
work.
fuck was I doing at 19?
So my first
Nothing.
We were selling all these fossil watches there at the mall. I don't know if they even exist anymore, Fossil watches.
They
but
still exist.
do they really?
Yeah, they do.
You don't see anybody wearing watches.
I don't even wear a watch, bro.
Yeah, I don't either. I was just,
Yeah.
And my second business was, I've always been an entrepreneur. I have the entrepreneur spirit.
I had heard, I'm sorry to interrupt, I had heard that you had gotten voted most likely to succeed in high school. Is that
Something like
right?
that, I don't know.
As soon as people found out we were doing a podcast with you, the sopa starts coming out. Did you know? Did you know? So anyway, so I found out you
And
were
then-
most likely to succeed.
And then
They had it right.
handful of years later, I opened up a place in the mall with ice cream called, it was my second business, and it was called Dippin' Dots.
And that came from the watch business.
No,
Or
that's
how did that
completely
come?
different.
Yeah,
that
okay.
was just
That's
me
different.
being out of town. I saw this concept. It was called the ice
Franchise,
cream of
yeah.
the future is what it was. I was like, shit, that looks good. And I called, got the franchise, opened one down here.
My kids love that.
About that, by that point, I
Yeah,
was
it's still around.
is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's still around. It's
So-
actually at the mall still.
I think we had at Disney or something like that.
Yeah.
with the kids.
So at that point, I was about 21 or 22 by the time I opened that.
And you paid for that franchise.
Yeah, got the franchise. I already had my watch place up and
21 years old, you already opened 2 businesses.
2 businesses.
Shit,
Yeah.
badass.
And then hiring people, and that's where
At 21,
we-
bro.
Yeah,
We-
21.
I found Dan, right? That's where we brought him on is the mall business, and he started with the Dippin' Dots.
How did you get involved in that? Did you,
You
go
brought
apply?
him in for Dippin'
Yeah,
Dots?
I was actually working at Mr. Gaddy's back
Okay,
then.
hold on.
There you go.
Okay, you brought him for Dippin' Dots.
That's yes.
Yeah,
So
the
what was
beginning,
the what was the open position?
Yeah.
Like, what-
It was it. Just
Service-
selling-
service-
Dippin' Dots, yeah.
I was selling
There's
ice
not that many
cream.
different positions.
I have an ice cream connoisseur position open. That pays really
No,
well.
there was a wanted ad in the paper. Back then, was you would use the paper to get.
It was a
I
wanted
saw
ad.
it.
Yeah.
Now I walked around the mall like
In the
I can
newspaper,
do that.
right?
That's
So-
pretty easy.
It was
The
a
Monitor,
classifieds
obviously.
ad,
The
so it
Monitor.
just tells you how
Or
long it
Tom
goes.
Quire or
Wow.
somebody, man. So yeah, I think I introduced Xavi back then. Like, and the next
Yeah.
day I was already working. I was like, hey, here you go.
Yeah,
You know how to
it's
scoop?
like-
Yeah, I know how to scoop.
You know?
Don't pass the line.
So this guy was the best scooper. that we
Yeah,
had.
the best
He was
scooper.
the best scooper.
And then with it off,
So-
no more for you.
Man, we should have brought some Dippin' Dots. Oh,
Damn.
Okay, next
If
time.
somebody's at the mall, bring us Dippin' Dots.
Yes, please. Sergio, please.
Go, Mr. Mortgage, go.
So a handful of months later, I realized this guy's too good. Like, he's too good for this. We need to move him over to the watch place because a handful of years later, maybe 2, I opened up a second watch place in the mall.
Nice.
So about 23, 3 businesses, right?
Okay.
And so I needed him. I needed Dan. And I said, okay, come over here, help me with this other watch spot. And so he does, and that starts going well. Dippin' Dots phased out by that point, a handful of years later.
Yeah.
And, he was always moving from one business to another business. Moved Dan to one place, and he excels.
Excelled.
Like, he more than excels. He takes charge, and he does a kick-ass job. So a handful of years later, 2-3 years later, I get into the cell phone business, which is a funny story how I got into it because I was doing online watches at that point.
Okay.
That was another business that I had also. And
So
I
you have
called
4
online
businesses.
watches?
So 4
Yeah.
businesses going.
You're selling watches
Yeah.
at the mall. 2
Two.
stores.
2.
We're selling Dippin' Dots.
Dippin' Dots.
They,
And then I
ran
had
its
a-
course, and then online.
I had an
watch.
online watch store.
Which was really good.
Which,
too.
okay,
That
but
one was-
online
It was
back
good?
then is
We grew-
what year is this?
Oh man,
99, 2000?
yes.
So internet's like, I mean,
It's in
It's-
its infancy.
it's in its infancy.
Wow.
Take this thing from 0 to
And big
several
companies were
million
gobbling
dollars.
up other companies.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had some partners in that. I exited that business after a handful of years. And but I called somebody and said, "Hey, we're selling a lot of watches. Can I buy some watches from you?" He goes, "No, I don't." He's like, "We're too busy. I'm expanding this Nextel business, and we're opening in South Texas." So I really
Nextel?
don't have time for this conversation.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, really? You're opening in South Texas?" He said, "Yeah, we're supposed to be down there soon." I was like, "All right, cool." Hung up with him.
Would you say, hell no, you're not?
First thing I do, I call Nextel and say, "Hey, I heard you guys are coming down looking for dealers. I want to sign up." They're like, "Sure, we still have availability." So you always have to listen for that next opportunity. You don't know where it's going to come.
Right.
And so, the phone business blew up for us,
Yeah.
and it became a big thing.
Because we're one of the first to actually
Yeah.
bring it down to make
And where'd y'all have
the
it? There
phone
in- there at
business
the mall
is
as
a
well?
big. It was a big commission based business back in the days.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. It was a big.
I worked in it too.
and it was a big residual based business.
Yeah.
So they were paying us out quite a bit. That business also ran its course, right? So, but I was leasing there on Nolana,
Okay.
and the way I got into real estate is I was there for about a year, and I kept bugging the owner of the building, "Hey, sell me this unit. Sell me this unit." He
I
goes,
just
"Man,
want this spot right here.
I want this
I don't
one
wanna
spot.
pay rent.
I don't want to pay rent.
Rent.
That's right. Sell me this spot." And he goes, "I can't sell you this one space out of a shopping center. If I sell it to you, you're buying the whole shopping center, and here's my price." I was like, "Wow, that's a big number." I go back, I study.
Dan, let me borrow $50.
Yeah. Right. I go back, study it over the weekend, and I come back, and I was like, "You know what? Let's just roll the dice." And
I'm
see
down
what
to do
happens.
it.
I'm down
Shit.
to do it. I go back, negotiate with him. The funny thing is, I take it to a bank. The first bank turns me down. Second bank turns me down, and then I throw a Hail Mary, and then the third bank finally approves me. And
Can we name the bank that took the shot?
they don't exist today, but
Yeah.
they got gobbled up by a couple of other banks.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that's when I realized. At that point, I realized, I just made more on this signature deal with equity than I have on any other deals that I've ever done before.
All the work that you've been doing,
Yes.
time that you've been putting in.
You work a year and you can make more just by one signature.
Yeah,
And that's when the light bulb came on.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
That was an aha moment. I was like, okay,
This is what it is.
this is what it is. I
Yeah.
need to reinvent myself and need to shift strategies here. Retail was a great conduit to get to the next level.
Right.
But now I have to rewire how I think and go to a different it's a different ball game now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we started with that, doing shopping centers. And we started with 1 and then 2 and now we're like about to approach 30 different
30 different shopping centers.
Yeah, 30 different.
That's awesome,
And this is
man.
our marquee one, the North Park. So we're pretty proud of this one.
Every one that you guys have been doing, are you trying to constantly push the envelope on, or trying to get better at it,
Oh yeah.
or it just
Yeah,
depends
definitely.
on it depends
the
on
design
the
and
location.
the
Yeah.
area where it's
Yeah.
placed. It makes the difference of the design of it as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Oh, and then, Dan came on and he was doing, started with Dippin' Dots, went to watches, went to cell phones.
Yeah.
And as a cell phone business, he was kicking ass there. We were both making some great money. But that business ran its course.
Yeah.
We
Sprint
said-
came in, or was it Pocket and
Yeah, Sprint-
Cricket?
Sprint took
Cricket
over
and
Nextel.
Pocket and all that stuff. So
and
like,
it just killed the market.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, you got to come. We got to do real estate now. Like we got to keep evolving. And the first year, I remember I was like, shit, this guy is not getting it. Like he does. I don't know.
He
it's
did
a little
great at
different.
Dipping Dots. I don't know why he's not getting this.
I was like getting so frustrated with it. And then it was like almost to the 1 year mark where all of a sudden I feel like things changed and he started understanding it a lot more. Because now at this point, we're like, we can have a meeting and I could think something and he's already knows what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. Like we're on the same,
yeah,
we're
it
so
was
tuned in.
Been so many years. I know what he's
Yeah,
thinking
yeah,
already. I already know.
So what do you think clicked after a year?
Yeah, I think it's just changing it's real estate going from phones, so it's
Coming from
totally
ice
different.
cream.
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's still learning. I mean,
You had
it's
to adapt.
different to learn stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I think we had like 7 shopping centers back then.
After
2009?
1 year?
No, yeah, 2009.
Really?
2009.
Yeah, Shabby had already 7.
You bought your first shopping center in what year?
I was about 27.
You were 27.
Yeah, I was 27. So I'm not going to tell you how long ago that was.
It was like a couple years ago, right?
It was a couple of years ago.
Wow. 27 was the first shopping center.
That's Eddie's age right now. Eddie Silva,
Eddie, shout out.
another domain employee.
Yeah, for
That's the
sure.
one. That's we had the one in Nolana, which is a Grease Monkey. We tore down the Grease Monkey. It was an oil place,
Milana.
and that's where we are right now, the office.
Oh, that's where you guys are located.
Well,
yeah.
For a few more weeks until we
Yeah.
Until you
our
move,
office
okay.
is actually going to be upstairs as well, bro.
Nice.
Gilbert,
Nice.
hurry up.
Yeah, no.
No, trust me, I hear everything, bro. That's cool, man. So we get into real estate 2009 ish.
And then That's an important time.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, dude, those were my hardest times. I had just started construction in 2004.
Well, in 2009, we were already up to seven
Yeah.
shopping centers, right? And recession hits about 2008.
2008, 2007. You already started feeling like, oh shit's not selling.
Something's gonna happen.
Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2000, towards the end of 2007,
Yeah.
2008,
Yep.
challenging year.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I say, okay, what I thought I knew about real estate, I didn't know what I was doing. I need to reinvent myself yet
Again.
And that's when I realized, you don't learn as much during the good times as you do the bad times.
Yeah.
The good times, you're just going. You're blowing and going, and it's easy. Things are moving. When shit gets challenging is when you have to stop and think, okay, what did I do wrong? You have to reinvent yourself yet again. And you have to constantly evolve in business. If you don't, you get left behind.
Right.
And that's when I said, okay, I need to do something different because I have this equity-based business. I needed to get into something that's more cash-based. But I still want to stay in real estate. I want to do both. And that's when I said, okay, I'm going to get into land development. And that's when we started doing our first subdivision was 2010.
Somerset, Summer Breeze, was it that area?
Somerset.
Yeah.
Somerset
Yeah.
and Summerfield.
Oh shit,
Ooh,
that
those
was
are
the first
nice.
one.
Those
yeah,
are nice.
those are the OGs. Those
Those were your first
Dude, and
ones?
they're,
Yeah,
they're
those are the
badass.
first
They're
ones.
badass
What?
developments.
And at that point,
And those are
in
You
prime
knew
time.
nothing
Those
about
are
it.
prime
I
time.
knew nothing about
What?
it. I knew nothing about a subdivision. I didn't know how
There was
everything
no
worked.
subdivisions in Edinburgh at that time. None
Nobody
new ones.
And they're
was
prime
doing,
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody was doing subdivisions
No.
in those years because it was just such a. All banks were scared of doing it.
Yeah, bro, this is 2010.
Yeah, this is.
I
we're
mean,
starting in 2009 and delivering.
So you took another gamble.
Yeah, it was another gamble.
It was another gamble. Yeah.
But
Oh.
I studied it. I studied it. I said, okay, I know my feeling is right here, but there's only one way to find out.
To do it.
Sometimes you just got to go do it
Yeah.
and figure it out the hard way, and it worked out. And it just happened to be a great location.
Just getting a bank to fund it.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure
was difficult.
Yeah.
that was difficult.
Those
banks didn't
weren't
want
good
to touch
times,
it.
man.
No.
2010 was not a good time.
I had to get creative. I'm going to tell you that. I had to get creative.
That's cool, bro.
Yeah.
I had no
That is
idea.
real cool.
It was
And we
around that.
sold out like this.
Yeah, we sold
In
out.
2010.
And that's it. We didn't know any builders or anything. Like
Yeah.
we were just looking. Hey, who's this builder? Hey, man, you want to buy a lot?
Yeah.
Sure. Everyone started saying yes.
Yeah.
Like, come on, go. Yeah.
Want to buy a lot?
Back then, we were
What
selling.
about some
lots.
cookies and cream?
We were selling lots for what? I think $5.50, $6
$6
a square foot.
6 something. Yeah.
Now we're almost double that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it so 40 some K? 30 some 30,000 there in Somerset?
It was 39, 45.
Yeah.
Around there.
The good old
In
days.
Summerfield? Where
And-
you at?
and that
45,
area's like-
40?
Somerset.
Perfect. Like that area's like awesome.
Yeah.
That's still a great area.
That's a
Is
great
that
area.
Jackson
They
or
just-
sugar? That's sugar?
Sugar
Yeah.
and
Alberta.
Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents lived there and built a couple houses there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somerset.
Yeah.
And then across the street, you did another one, right? Or no?
We did Summerfield.
Summerfield.
So what I did
Summerfield.
over there, little negotiating tactic is, I don't know if I should give this away.
I know what you're going to say. I kind of know what you're going to say.
We'll edit it out.
Gated,
Don't worry.
not gated.
You promise you're going to
Gated,
leave this
not
out.
I promise we're going to edit it.
It was 60 acres total. It was a 20-acre tract and a 40-acre tract. When I was starting the 20-acre tract subdivision, I knew I was going to improve the area. So I put the 20-acre tract under contract with an option to purchase the next 40-acre tract within a year. Because
That's
if
great.
I didn't do that, I was going to start improving the area. Somebody else was going to come and
Benefit.
vulture that deal.
Right.
Yep.
And maybe pay a tad bit of a premium. So I got yesterday's prices on that subdivision.
And it was the same seller.
And it was, we were developing both, same builders, hopped on. So it worked. I needed to make sure, that was a big part of the negotiating
That's huge.
part. Of, yeah.
That's amazing.
I needed to get that. Otherwise I wasn't going to, said I wasn't going to do the deal, but I was. I was bluffing.
Taking a gamble.
So,
The guy's kicking himself in the ass, right?
Yeah, right.
Damn it.
That's a great, that's awesome.
So that one turned out well. And the thing about us with business is we kind of stick to areas that we know, and a lot of people do that. So we've developed a lot in Edinburgh, a lot in that particular area, and it's what we know. A lot of the same builders follow
Why
us.
change it? Yeah. Yeah.
Some really good builders
Yeah,
follow
I
us.
mean, I'm there, dude. I'm there. You guys put something new up. I'm, if not one of the first ones there, soon after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are always you guys are always picking the right spots that fit our clientele.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's prime locations too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My philosophy is usually pay a little bit more for the good dirt,
Yeah.
but it's a better location, right?
But it's paid off.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You don't sit on it as much because they're desirable and people want to go there first. And you know, economy is going to go up and down, but people are always going to want to live in those areas. And so regardless of the economy's, you know, where it's at or what state it's in, you know, the dream of owning a home in the United States is still alive and well. It's
Right.
yeah. And so they'll find those spots. And man, kudos to you guys because y'all always picking up the right ones.
Definitely.
And that's why we keep following.
So
Yeah.
first two subdivisions are a hit.
Yep.
Great hit. Great houses that were built there. And
There was some nice
beautiful houses,
That
man.
was your dad lives there, right?
The
Or-
pop lives there, and he built a couple houses there.
Yeah, his dad actually lives there. Yes.
Yeah, he lives there for the moment. But they're beautiful homes, man, on both subdivisions. And you built this, pops off. Where'd you move to next? What was the next
Wait,
move?
hold on. Before we move forward, though, like, okay, you're taking on a whole new thing. Like, you all hadn't done any development,
No, we
and
haven't.
there's a lot of
And
moving
you're-
there's
parts.
a
One
lot
thing
to
that I
learn.
thought about was you're dealing with builders, right? You're dealing with builders, and it's not an easy thing to deal with. You know, everybody has their personality and their and their
Easy to deal with.
and their ego, you know, and was it easy for you? Like, was it easy like to try and make these deals or
It seemed easy.
He was making the deals.
Yeah,
I was holding my breath.
This is how green we were. We had to do the block fence, right? So I was like, "Well, find out someone to do block fence." I've never done block fence before. I was like, "Where'd I go? Craigslist." I found the block guys off of Craigslist.
How to find a black guy?
And we actually hired the very first block fence we did off of Craigslist,
That's awesome,
and they actually did a good job.
dude. The subdivision is badass. Like, it's actually a really nice looking subdivision.
It's awesome.
I watched everything. It was fine. It was fine.
Yeah.
So I was supervising
So
after
do you
Dippin'
guys
Dots.
do you guys hire? Do you guys
Now we
hire?
got a lot of black guys everywhere. So.
Do you guys hire a consultant, or truly is it just like, fuck it, man, let's just do it?
I do a lot of market research myself. I do pull data from other places. I'm not going to give you all the secrets.
Dan will tell me later.
Damn it.
Why do I keep hiring this guy? I knew I should have let him go and David Dots.
No.
I'm fucking around. No, dude, he's never
And
divulged that
sometimes-
information.
And sometimes you just get a feel. Like
Yeah.
everybody gets a feel for, certain businesses or certain things, and you got to go with your gut. And
Gotta go
that's
with your
what I've kind of followed. It works. When I get a good feeling on something, I'm going to do it.
You follow it.
Yeah, I follow it.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So,
That's good.
That's awesome.
And Xavi is super patient about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he waits until.
You're not impulsive like the rest of us.
I don't know. I could
It depends.
If I lose my shit.
Well, maybe.
get some drinks in me and let's see that.
But that's good though. That's good.
Round, please.
That's good though. That I like how you said that you listen to your gut.
Yeah.
I have a good friend of the family that always says that we have two brains, and that the one that we should follow is our stomach.
Yeah.
That our stomach it's more intuitive to the nature around us than our actual brain and our mind. And right now that you said that, it's most of the time when you don't listen to your gut, shit goes bad.
You can do all the market research you want, but at the end of the day, and if the numbers make sense, the numbers do have to make sense. We go by, I look at a certain margin before I do a deal, any deal. And if it doesn't fall into these parameters, then we're not going to move
You're
forward
cutting
with it. Yeah, we're not going to do it. And
Math doesn't lie.
and today, these parameters, the box has gotten a little smaller. We're not going to do something. It takes the same amount of time to do a 10-acre subdivision that it does to do a 40-acre subdivision. So, it doesn't make sense for us to do smaller subdivisions like that. So we're passing on a lot of those. Like I was saying, if the numbers don't make sense, we won't do it. But if it does, you have to listen to your gut and make the deal accordingly, right?
Right. That's
What,
awesome.
What project have you taken on that you're like, I don't know, man, this is just too much? Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like, you guys have done a lot of stuff. Like that's been I don't know how to say it, the riskiest, but you're like, fuck it, we got to do it. Which one would fit that description?
Putting Dan at Dippin' Dots.
That's probably. I think Dan's probably been one of the best decisions you made.
You know,
to be
I think
honest.
that project is going to be the one across the street.
Yeah.
I got into a little bit of a bidding war.
Shit.
On the property. It came out quite. There was a couple of other people, but when you have to have something, you have to
Yeah.
have it. So maybe the economics didn't make as much sense as I wanted it to. Kind of threw that out the window a little bit, but it's something that I had to do. So it is a risky deal. It's overall, you know, it's gonna touch about $90 to $100 million, the size of that deal. So it's gonna be a risky deal, but at the end of the day, it'll be an awesome development.
Yeah.
I'm more than sure of it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it doesn't, things like this, it seems to me that, I mean, you seem real cool, calm, and collective. Doesn't eat away at, you know, there's some people that with just building homes, man, they're
The stress.
losing themselves and not being able to deal with the stress. And it looks to me like you're okay with it. You're like, all right, man. It's just
Usually
another
we
day."
have things pretty well under control. I can tell you I have an awesome team there at the office.
Absolutely.
And I'm out there looking for new deals and kind of dissecting what we're going to do next, and I kind of put it in the system. We got our marketing guy, we got the construction guy, we got, you know, everybody kind of knows their role, and it helps me not get too stressed out because I know everybody's
Somebody's on
kind
it.
of.
Yeah.
It's like a production facility.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put it in
Manufacturing
the
plant.
manufacturer plant, and everybody kind of does their thing, and at the end of the day,
Yeah.
we're spit out a residential lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody boop boop boop, right?
Yeah. That's cool, bro.
So yeah, I try to keep things under control. I don't try to, you know, blow up, and it doesn't do you any good. I am a very pragmatic thinker, and I want to figure out. What we do is we figure out solutions. That's
Yeah.
kind of what you do.
Yeah, we
what I
put
do.
out
you know?
fires all the
basis.
time.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. The last 2 weeks have been
Yeah, this month, this whole month,
ever
this-
since that storm.
the
It's
storm.
been
Oh,
crazy.
man.
It's been shit the last 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
I think it's gonna get better here soon.
Yeah, we've had the roofs issue, the roof, and what else?
ACs.
The
We had some hail
ACs. They got hail damage. We got stuff with the elevator over here,
Yeah.
and just continuous. Like,
Part of
stuff.
having all these assets
Yeah.
is that you've got to
Yeah,
maintain them.
problems. We
And
need
there's
to
gonna be
add to
problems.
our team a little bit. So we're going to be, you know, when we move over offices, we're going to be bringing
We're
on
gonna
a
look for
couple
some more law
team-
enforcement
Yeah, right?
students.
Let's get some.
They
students.
panned out.
Some interns.
That's cool.
That's wild. So going back to Summerfield, Somerset, first two.
Yep.
After that, where are we going?
Yeah.
Where did we go? I don't even remember this.
Where did you go
I would
after that?
say Monmouth, if not Camden. Camden.
Oh yeah,
Camden.
Camden.
Camden,
Yeah.
yeah.
Camden Village was just
Were y'all-
pretty quick too. That was 2014, more or less.
I was there on McCall and close to Freddie. And,
Yeah.
And in that little vicinity, you drive around that little area. We've probably done about 6 subdivisions.
Y'all also did Quotes Crossing, no?
No,
that's
that
not
wasn't
us,
us.
no. James Court, and then
James Court.
Jackson Heights.
Jackson
I came on.
Heights.
you know what? It was Jackson Heights.
Jackson
before.
Heights.
It was Jackson Heights before Camden.
No, it was Camden first.
Jackson Heights, nice too.
It was
bro.
Camden first. I didn't jump on Camden, and I
Okay.
jumped on Jackson Heights
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Jackson Heights was a great subdivision.
That was probably one of the 150 lots. A huge,
Yeah.
subdivision, huge.
That was the
Dad put
first
two
time I
big-ass
bought
ones.
a lot
yeah.
from
I think
Domain.
that's
the
where we
big
met
ass
you.
ones in the
yeah.
middle.
That's exactly where we
That's a fun HOA to deal with.
met. Yeah.
150
Oh my god!
Let's
Don't even get me started with that
off,
HOA.
Off,
That's true.
They switched. Y'all switched them though, no? Or somebody switched the HOA.
yeah,
Anyway,
it wasn't us anymore.
it's all good. Yeah, Jackson Heights was
Great subdivision.
great subdivision, dude. It killed it for us.
And it's
Yeah, I
sold
think that's
just
where
as fast.
I think that's where I first
That's where
met
I
you.
met you,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's where I met Ronnie.
your dad,
and
Rich Heritage is
dad
there.
was building, and he had gotten like 2 lots from you right in the entrance, right? So he was building, and I remember I see this guy passing by in a Tesla. What the fuck is that? This guy's just hauling ass.
back in what 2015.
2016, 2015.
And then I started seeing his houses popping up. I was like, "What the
Who's this
fuck
guy?
is this?" You know? I was like,
hell's he
what?
doing?
What a jerk!
That was your man crush moment, or
Who
what?
is this guy? Fuck this guy. It was crazy. Nah, man, but that's crazy, bro. Like
But you were barely just 20.
Did I look cute though?
back then, I was.
I remember I met you. You were like 18.
Yeah, Dad would have me and my brothers
At
like
Summerfield. I met you at
yeah,
Summerfield.
he would have us sit down at his houses, and he'd be like on the weekend, and would turn on the TV, watch some football, and bring me a client, and that's how we would get paid. But prior to that, we would clean the construction sites. Like our job was like, go clean the construction sites, pick up all the trash, go to the dump, throw it by hand, and that's how we'd get paid.
Yeah.
And after that, as we got older, no sales pitch, no nothing. Show the house and bring me a client. Yes, sir. You know, until from morning to the afternoon. And thanks, Pop.
It's kind of like the direction that Shabby gave Dan.
You groomed us.
Bring us back.
Just bring it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
But damn, so man, great subdivisions. And the beautiful part
Jackson
about
Heights sold out pretty quick, right?
Yeah.
bro, but you're talking about beautiful homes, though. You're talking
Yeah, that
about
one's
good
very
homes. Yeah, you're
a
talking
really
about
nice
great,
subdivision.
great homes. You're not talking about subdivisions at 1, 2, 3. No, like you're talking about they're all nice homes, man. And that I think that pristine that expectation for your subdivisions also helps the name. You know,
Yep.
and people hear domain and you know they're also getting good
Good
product.
quality,
Yeah,
good product.
And everybody has to. I mean, everybody has to come together, right? Because the builders have to build. They have to build the nice homes.
You know, when we do these subdivisions, we put together these rules that builders
Don't let this guy.
yeah,
I'm looking at some.
Don't let structure in. I'm sure I was on the list. Don't lie.
our hit list. We need people to follow the guidelines to make sure the end product is what we. No, you do fine, man. Don't
No, no.
There's a couple
I
other
do
guys
every
in
now and
here.
then, push the envelope. But
And so there's certain restrictions that we have to police. And that's a whole job on its own because you get, most of our subdivisions are stucco. And,
The brick
sometimes
or-
you'll get that one guy who wants to do siding
Right.
or a complete brick house.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like there's no other house in here with all brick. Why are you,
shingles,
shingle
yeah.
and, all tile roof.
tile
subdivision.
roof. Yeah,
And so it makes that's part of making sure you get a good end product is making sure everybody's on the same page, policing them, getting the right colors, and you have to have cohesiveness to get a
Yes,
good
sir.
end product.
Yeah.
So
like that one, the one behind the ER Center.
yes, Hyde Park,
I,
great subdivision.
Hyde Park,
out of all the ones we've mentioned,
Yeah.
every time I drive in town, just when we go in Ronnie's house or something, it's definitely one of my favorite ones.
it's a cool little subdivision.
I like the fact that it's a small little subdivision, but it.
kind of hidden away.
I like the front elevations, man. I like the fact that you're not seeing garage door,
Those rear
and
entries
window.
we were talking about.
To me, that personally, from somebody that appreciates a nice front elevation, it gives a house a totally different feel. It gives the subdivision a totally different feel because everything you see is like how you said the other day, garage door, window. So when you take that away and it's a full front elevation of a home, you get to like literally appreciate that. I don't know, man. It's
From a designer's perspective, you got a bigger palette. Like you got a bigger canvas to play with. It's really cool.
It's really cool. I really, really like it.
Yeah,
I think it's awesome. And you did the, what is it called? The alleyway.
yeah.
The
but
alleyway.
There's no subdivisions with alleys anymore, and we kind of tested that out, and it was interesting to see how quickly the alley lots sold. They sold quicker than the perimeter lots that did not have alleys. So, and the houses you built in there are really unique.
Yeah, man.
You did an awesome job.
Thank you, brother.
Kick
I'm
butt
trying
there,
to.
and
Yeah,
it
trying to.
it gives it its own unique look, right? You helped shape the look of that subdivision.
Yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
no doubt.
Without breaking the rules, because then
Without breaking the rules.
Because then I get a call from Dan, and it's like, hey, bro, you're gonna have to take that down.
He was like, actually, your gate's still not.
Look, we can talk about this.
I'm passing by and I'm like, that
This is
gate
not the
doesn't
right
seem
time, Dan.
Correct. Turn out good. At
No,
that.
it worked out.
Yeah, it was good. It's good.
Y'all haven't paid attention to the colors, but whatever. It's all good.
There was a few other ones that we caught that were a lot worse. So.
Yeah.
It's wild.
James Court too was a great subdivision.
James Court as well. Yeah,
You guys sold that one out quick.
We actually had lunch with one of the builders when we were pre-selling that.
Yeah.
And I remember we showed him the flyer, and he was like, "Okay, I'll take all these." And then he tells us, "Oh, y'all were too cheap."
Yeah. Wow. Way underpriced.
Wow, that's right.
You could have said that before you signed.
Thank you. Could have been a friend.
That's true. It's true.
I think so. Okay, let's touch on that because I think that you've always been fair with the
we
pricing.
try to price things.
You're not trying to keep
reasonably.
them.
Yeah, we're not. We're
trying to
trying to
sell.
unload these things and try
Yeah.
to move on to the next subdivision. Our philosophy is, we don't want it. We want, and usually and that's why the builders follow us to other subdivisions, because we're being fair on pricing. We're not trying to gouge on this one subdivision. We're not trying to make it all on this one subdivision, so we can move on to the next one. We're trying to eliminate the inventory as quick as possible.
Everybody's
That
successful.
way, we do our job, you do your job, you get it off, and then we move on. There's plenty more land. There's plenty
Yeah.
more deals
Right.
for us to
Right.
all participate.
Just
in.
another deal.
Just another.
It's
deal.
just another deal.
That's right.
I think
But-
that's extremely important, man, because from a builder's perspective, like we got to make some money too. And if we're seeing success, then you're going to continue selling product, and it's kind of like the cycle that.
There's got to be enough meat on that bone.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we're giving an inferior product by any means.
No.
Like we take, we take a lot of pride in every project that we do. We put our name on it. So we want to make sure each one looks good, and the end product is there. It stays up to our standard.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
when you do good development and the standards of your developments, especially in a subdivision, something that a builder, one of the things that if you're building or whatnot, and you get a custom home or whatever, and you go out and they're like, no, boss, I'm going to build in this subdivision. This is where I bought my lot. And you go out there as a builder, and you're like, man, you're going to need $15,000 worth of backfill, or $13,000 worth of backfill, or $10,000, whatever the case may be. Something that is that something that y'all take into consideration when you are
the
developing?
location. Really, everybody loves the locations.
Yeah,
The
that's what we're
locations.
pushing is our locations
Yeah.
and the end product. And I think our brand on these locations now, on these deals is worth something.
Yeah, most of them
It's a-
are some nice roads in corners and areas, stuff like that. So everybody travels on there, like Sugar Road,
Yeah.
Jackson Road, McCall,
highly visible.
23rd.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of them on 23rd now. Actually, Highland Oaks was one of the hardest one because the factory was at Reynolds.
Oh,
there was
yeah.
500,000 square feet of concrete there that we had to
Yeah.
remove.
It was demolition.
I remember.
Yeah.
We demoed all that. Trucks and trucks and trucks were coming picking up.
There was still concrete. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember,
probably.
but I was trying to do we were trying to do the trench, the electrical trench, and we hit freaking concrete at like 6 inches.
Great job, Dan.
we missed that little section there. I knew it was yours, so we left it there.
yeah, right.
He'll take care of it. He'll be fine.
Work around Ronnie's lots.
Sell him this one.
Hey, it was a free deck, bro, right there.
Yeah. But that's the way we sold it to the client. Your backyard's solid.
It's solid.
Man. So y'all been friends for how long now?
Since then, probably
96.
right. 96.
96.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're at the mall for like 4 or 5 years, 6 years, more or less.
Something like
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it gets a little hazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all just and one thing is y'all just kept just like friends with friends,
Oh man,
And
you can't have a better person to work with
Yeah.
and to be partners with than this guy. Like he's when you need somebody, he's there, right? He's
Yeah.
truly loyal, and they don't make him like that
No,
anymore,
they don't, bro.
right?
no.
So it's I've been blessed. I've been blessed with not just him, but a lot of the people that we have on our
Everybody
staff.
at Domain, dude. Esme too. Esme's,
Yeah, she's cool.
she's cool. Dan's
Now we got Eddie.
obviously-
Eddie's cool.
great dude,
Eddie's
man.
cool.
A little
He-
wet behind his ears.
He's.
so
I just
we're
found out.
teaching him.
I just found out he's my cousin. That's just crazy.
Really?
From like my mom's side, he was like, "I'm your primo." I was like, "Get the fuck out of here, bro." we ended up having a call. I was telling my mom, and we ended up going through like the family tree. So he has Riojas in him, and it's just funny, bro. Because I was telling him, I was like, "Dude, what a small world, bro."
Really?
We're both 2 kids from Roma, and it somehow ended up over here. And in a weird way, like we met each other through Dan and Ronnie, going through their Wolfpack lunches, and it's just like it's just crazy. You know what I mean? Like it's a small world, small world. But it's I admire y'all's friendship though, because you don't see that.
Yep.
You don't see that, and most of the times you see relationships like that within brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're
Oh, yeah,
absolutely right.
definitely.
That's how it is.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Dan's ability to market is unbelievable. I've witnessed that kind of over the years. He builds relationships with everybody. Everybody
You have
knows.
to.
Everybody
Yeah,
knows
network,
Dan.
network.
That's huge, man. It's
Yeah.
key.
Yeah.
So kudos to Dan, man.
I think I learned from previous times where a lot of people they butt heads
Yeah,
and they just ruin the relationship with somebody else, and
What
it
for?
could last years. So like I think that's one of the main things is like stuff happens. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen and get over it and
Move forward.
Me and Ben about it.
Yeah, but the human condition, a lot of us do butt heads.
Yeah.
But you're just not. You're good at it. You're just stay away from that. All good vibes.
Yeah, it's good vibes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
Yeah.
Just being positive. One thing that whenever somebody brings up Ronnie or somebody brings up having conversation with you, that I've noticed is that everyone always says you're super positive.
Try to be. Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
Everyone there, I honestly haven't ever met someone that's like says anything different. I've always heard, man, Ronnie Amadou, he's always super positive. And I think that is something that the world is lacking. And when people do see it, it's appealing, and it's also, it gravitates you to a person.
Positive energy attracts positive energy, man. Yeah, I think that's why Dan and I are really good friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
So Dan, you're married, right?
I know. I just saw Sarai here say,
Yeah.
that's my baby. Or
Yeah.
what did she say? She said something really nice.
Trying to get that dinner
That's
for two.
my baby, Dan.
Dinner for two.
Yeah.
Dad's gonna be here tonight.
She's trying to get the gift card.
I want to talk about you, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
shit.
when I first met you,
No.
doing-
This podcast is not about that.
no. It's good. You were doing remodels.
I was, yeah.
You
It
were mainly just doing remodels, and I remember it was Jackson Heights, I think.
was the first time that I went into production.
And I said, you need to bring your product to a brand new.
Yep.
You need to start doing brand new homes.
Yep.
And that's when you started doing. That was your first couple, right?
I took your advice, man, and I picked up 2 lots from you, and then sold them. I ended up building 11 or 12 there at Jackson Heights.
Yeah, you got a couple, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was a very successful project for me.
Yeah, I remember one of the builders complaining about the houses that look like churches.
Yeah.
Like a church.
Because no one had seen that before.
A mobile
Yeah.
home. I heard
Yeah,
mobile home
Nobody's
once.
seen
I was
that
like, a
before.
mobile.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it was different.
It was completely different.
Dude, now you see him and you're like, Ronnie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a
Staple.
He's got his signature.
Yes,
right?
sir. Your signature.
Yeah, man. Let's not talk about me. Let's talk about something.
I'm gonna cry.
Hey, because at first you only picked up like 4, right? And I think that's
I
what
only
really
picked up a
started
couple,
turning
bro.
the wheels.
Yeah.
And somebody liked it, and hey, I want one.
Yeah.
And we started picking up more and
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
But I remember pushing you. I remember seeing you out.
I
It's
know
like,
you did.
You got to do this for a new home.
No,
You
and
gotta
I
do it
and
here.
Shab, I appreciate that, man. And since then, I've followed you guys around,
Yeah.
and this past year, you approached me and you asked me to help design the fourplexes, which I appreciate that, man, because we do put out a different product, and it's not not necessarily everybody likes it, right? And so
Yeah.
especially back then, and that was a big hit for us, man. Another good thing that you brought my way.
How did you see it? Or you just like, this is different. I like it.
I knew we needed to do something different on the new subdivision.
Yeah.
I knew we needed to shake it up. And I was like,
Shook it up.
who can do this for us? Who can we partner with? I didn't even have to think about it. I already knew it was Ronnie.
Oh, that's cool, man.
I knew it was going to be. We had something there. We just needed to figure out how to make it work. And
Right.
And that was Park Terrace, and you're seeing the end result, and it looks really cool. And
Oh, man.
we have another one coming up in
Yeah,
Wesco.
we're gonna tweak a little bit.
Do little tweaks.
Keep
You
it more
gotta-
consistent.
You got to evolve. You got to keep
Absolutely,
changing.
always.
People need to go by. If you haven't been by Park Terrace, you have to go.
Yeah.
You have just drive by, check out the houses. Builders, go look at the ideas and what's being thrown, because these guys are changing the game.
I'll take this opportunity. I had one customer back out today, and so I've got one fourplex.
There you go.
anybody's
Little
interested.
plug.
I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in. Take advantage of the
sale.
situation. So yeah, we've got one coming up.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's gonna be a badass subdivision, dude, and those fourplexes, once they're done, you'll see.
Yeah.
They're gonna look really
You
cool.
can already see it
Really
coming
cool.
around.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. It looks like its own little. It's obviously a community, but it's crazy, bro. Like it's gonna have a good life.
We took the opportunity to get with Gilbert, right? Gilbert kind of is the one that runs the construction for you guys, and really dissected every part of of construction. There's Eddie.
There's
Come on in, bro.
Eddie wants to come out on camera.
What's up, bro? You're just trying to be famous.
His cameo. His cameo.
Talk about me, man.
You're talking about me.
Bring Shabby so that nice things can be said. I need protection. I love you guys.
I love you guys.
You stay here, man.
Yeah, bro. Go grab a chair. Grab a chair.
Get us some drinks.
We
Actually,
really
yeah, the waitress didn't come by. Right?
yeah. Can you, bro? Tell her to come. Yeah, it's gonna get better if we keep drinking. We really dissected every part of that and tried to
Just tell the waiter to come up. There's a bartender that's coming by.
create a design that was cost effective, efficient, and still looked.
Still looks great.
Yeah, and
It's
It looks
shaking
really
up
cool.
that product.
Really,
Yeah.
really cool.
I'm
And we
excited.
changed the name. Remember, with the Quadplex now.
Oh yeah,
Everyone's actually calling it Quadplex.
It's catching on, right?
It is catching on. I actually think Eddie came up with that. I don't know.
yeah.
Was it
Eddie
you,
came
Ronnie?
up with it. No, Eddie came up
Let's
with
do
it.
a Quadplex. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
People call me, hey, I'm calling about the Quadplex.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it doesn't sound a fourplex doesn't sound as good as quadplex.
As appealing.
Yeah.
Yeah, quadplex sounds you know a lot higher end.
I've definitely used
Yep.
it. I'm not gonna lie. I
You-
saw
you
the
used it, huh?
I saw the word and I was like, perfect.
Yeah, it's good. It's a little catchy.
I was like, I like it.
Quad from the Latin.
Cuatro.
Yeah, cuatro.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that worked out. Thank you guys for that opportunity, man. Because because of that, right? I had never really gotten into fourplex building. I had done some back in like 2006, but I really hadn't done any fourplexes up until then. And so, okay, if I'm going to design this, then I'm going to take a shot on myself, right? And I picked up 20 lots from you guys.
Yep.
Yep, the biggest purchase that I've made.
Without a doubt. You have
Yeah.
to have your signature on it.
Yeah,
It's your
fuck yeah.
product.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna believe it. I'm gonna believe it,
Yeah,
right?
Without a doubt.
And it worked out, man. We sold everything. We sold everything. One came back today.
Yeah, except for that one.
Except for that one.
It's
but,
on the market.
it's on the market. I'm sure. Yeah.
lost.
If you call me today, I'll keep the price where it's at. Tomorrow, it's gonna go up. It's gonna go up. Ding 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 ding. ding. That's the way you do it, and that's what I've learned from that.
And it's going
Dinner
up.
for mom, bro.
I can get it to you right now at this price. All right, Dan. All right, fine. I'll buy it.
That's funny.
Yeah, dude. Great subdivision. So all right, so we've talked about some commercial. We've got some stuff coming up pretty soon. Next
Super
door.
excited about the one across the street. We're going to be announcing that one very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a lot of moving parts still, but we have some tenants already lined up, and we'll have Eddie. When are we going to have that announcement ready?
Actually,
Are you gonna come in over here? You're gonna sit over there like a stepchild.
I have so many questions.
Grab a chair.
Bring the chair.
No, actually, we actually have 7 shopping centers going on right now.
We have
At
7
one time.
7. This is the
Probably the most we ever had.
Yeah. Where did I don't.
3 on McCall, Westlaco,
Westlaco.
Sherryland, the one back here.
Yeah.
We're about to start the one here in the corner.
Yeah.
When I saw the one in Westlaco, I was like, fucking Dan's over here too.
Yeah. So we're doing a bunch right now, just right now. And we still got something else over here on 107.
Y'all took a shot on Westlaco a few years ago, right?
Yeah, we realized. I think the first product was that fourplex in Westcoast Villages of Westgate, and we realized, okay, there's
Why
little
Westlaco,
sleeper
right?
here.
Because Westlaco's been a sleeper.
It's been a sleeper. You look at their multifamily. There's so much occupancy. There's wait lists in a lot of those apartment complexes, and I started looking around. I was like, okay, there's definitely a demand for multifamily here. So
Is that the market research that you're talking
yeah,
about?
that's the market research.
Yeah,
That's
cool.
part of it.
Also, fun fact, at Villages at Westgate, I actually haven't said this because it was just, it's whatever,
Step
right?
up to the mic,
But
kid.
when we were initially marketing Villages at Westgate, when I first started, I posted pictures of the fourplex, the product, the interior, and everything. I got a notification like 2 weeks ago that all those photos on Google organically hit 1 million impressions, like 1 million views.
Really?
Like cumulatively, yeah. There's like 4 or 5 images. In Westgate, people are looking for apartments.
Yeah.
So like if you look at Villages at Westgate as a listing on Google, you'll see like my photos there that I uploaded, and you'll see a bunch of views on them because people are always looking for a higher. You can tell now people are looking for a higher end product in Westlaco for sure.
It's such an underserved market,
Yeah.
and that's why we're kind of working on it. And the city's very easy to work with.
That
They're very
matters,
helpful.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it makes a big difference in our world and in development and commercial.
Yeah, if you can't get the project to to move forward. It's like,
Yeah, if they hold you back at the city level, it slows you down. When you know, certain cities are very pro business friendly, and that helps you with your project. It helps move things. We're not trying to bend any rules. We're just trying to make sure the process goes. They get back to you and they stay on top of it.
Right.
You know, and you know, city officials have a lot to do with that.
Yeah.
all of it, right? It's a balancing act of so many moving parts.
And it could be anywhere from just attitude. Like some city officials could have not as good of a business attitude. But right now, I think there's a lot of these cities are easier to work with than they were before.
Yeah.
You know, I really like the direction McAllen's going. McAllen has a lot of aggressive city commissioners right now, and they want the best for the area. So
Yeah, that's
happy with
awesome.
it. Yeah.
It seems like there's just so much growth in every city at the moment.
Yeah, it's everything's kind of
Everything is just blowing up, man.
So now you guys have to you have to pay attention to the to politics, right? That matters. Or not necessarily.
I'm going to give you
Who's
a
going
political
in?
answer here.
Yes. Go for it, man. I'm setting it up for you.
We have to have relationships there.
Yeah.
Just friendly relationships with whoever's in charge, because that changes. Are y'all advertising something here?
Oh,
What's
no.
going on?
I think it's Umbra.
Oh, okay. There's, the leadership changes, and as it changes, you just got to. We're going to keep doing what we're doing, so we just have to be in good terms with whoever's there in charge.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
You get a candidate that comes, that is wanting to get elected and maybe not necessarily pro business or something, right? That's going to affect. It's going to affect what we do, what we all do, right? And especially in this industry. And so, you got to pay a little attention to that.
Like one of the things that still stands out in mind is when we had a lunch out in Mission, and we had the Mission. Was it the mayor?
We had the deputy mayor was there. The mayor was there as well.
Yeah, and he was,
manager.
and I said this before once in a podcast, but he was mentioning that they have had a development company come out from outside of Texas or outside of the valley, and they're going to develop over like 500 acres of land in Mission. And one thing that stood out to me was like, and they were also going to be building these houses and building whatever was going to be done. And if you wanted to get in on it, you had to basically be selected. And one of the things that stood out to me, I was like, well, man, you're taking that away from the people that are already here, I was like, why would you do that to us?
That wasn't very popular at that lunch meeting because we had a lot of builders there. They're like, what do you mean? We want to build.
It stood out to me.
We want to build homes.
I was like, well, what are you talking about? And he was like, no, well, they're going to be building, and they're going to be developing and building, and then they're going to have a little section where they'll give a handful of builders the opportunity to build. I was just like, well, okay, well, good to know, because now we know where that is headed and in that direction, and what we need to do, who we need to talk to or what we have to do, because you're taking away from us. This is what we live off of, and for somebody to come in from somewhere else and take that away from us, it's like, doesn't sit right. But I don't know,
because the valley's unique in the sense that from a development perspective, right? Normally in some of the other bigger cities, developer goes in, sets up the lots, sells them to the big builders in America, right? KB Homes and Bel Air and all those guys. But here in the valley, man, it's not like that, right? Here you develop your local builders.
There's no national builders in town anymore.
Yeah,
there was. They pulled out.
Yeah, they don't do well. Why do you think that is?
I'm not too sure about.
Maybe they're overhead. Maybe they don't really know what they're doing down here. And there's too many other good builders that they take their customers. KB came and left. Who was the other one?
They were here for a little while.
Yeah.
But then they pulled out of the market.
They tried.
Their product also wasn't very well, received down
yes,
here.
sir.
They did some stuff without greenery. They did like rock landscaping. They did these little different tweaks that people down here are like, well, we don't want rocks for a front yard.
Yeah.
We don't want rocks for a backyard. We were talking to a builder last week from El Paso who said they don't even do landscaping in the backyard.
Yeah.
They just give it as dirt.
They just give it to them.
Down here, that would never work.
Oh, hell no.
People
Wow.
are so about their, barbecues on weekends and things like that. You want landscaping in the backyard, bare minimum, And so when you do little tweaks like that,
Yeah.
people aren't receptive to it down here. You got to stay with. There's a certain style that works down here.
Right.
I like the style. You know, it's a lot of stucco,
Same
a lot of
here.
stone, and things like that. But you go a little further north, you're gonna get a lot of siding. You're gonna
Right.
get
Yes, sir.
More red brick, and you get
Yeah.
you get these little tweaks that don't work.
Yeah.
They're more about the bottom line than they are
Yeah.
truly about
Yeah.
building a
It's
home.
hill country up there too. So also.
Yeah.
You see that up north, like you said, San Antonio area, Austin area. You see more of
Yeah.
the siding mixed with a little
Lot of
bit
siding.
of you throw some, I don't know, some stone in the front. But one thing about the valley, and you see it whenever you go back and forth from being, San Antonio, Austin, Houston. You come down to the valley, is you get beautiful homes made here, man. And you're not paying pricing, man. I went to go run half of. I went
Happy
to a,
hour already started. Apparently.
it already started. So check this one out, Xavi. I went to
What is that?
Mine.
I went to go run a marathon, right?
Thank you.
I had a friend, shout out Mr. Reyes. I got invited. A buddy of mine was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go run a marathon. You want to go?" And I was like, "What? I'm leaving in 2 days, bro. You want to go? Yes or no?" No training, no nothing. I remember I called Ronnie when I was on the road. It's like, "Hey, I'm gonna go run a half a marathon." He said, "What the fuck you mean you're gonna run a half a marathon?" I was
No,
like,
you're gonna run a full
Oh
marathon.
yes.
I was gonna run the marathon, but I ended up running half a marathon, which is still 13.6 miles.
No training, and you did
No
He
training.
took off and just did.
And I was like, all right, let's go. And my buddy was like, are you going to train or whatever? And I was like, nah, bro, there's no point. Why am I going to start running now? I got 2-3 days, bro. Like, all I'm going to do is get tired. So,
I can't run, bro. I've been smoking all night.
he was out for a while.
So-
The next couple of days, I saw.
Yeah,
him,
it was
What's
bad.
wrong? What's the matter with you?
so the we went out there, and literally that weekend, my dad was like, hey, we're going to go to San Antonio, and we're going to go visit your brother. And then from there, I was like, perfect. I'll go to San Antonio with you all, and then from there, I'll drive to Austin. Friday night, drank. Boom. Saturday, met my boy out there. We chilled. The race was Sunday. So Saturday we go out, and we met this couple. We go eat at this Italian restaurant in downtown Austin, and the person was like, I only have seating at the bar. Perfect. We don't care, man. We're 3 dudes. That's fine. We sit down at the bar, and the bartender, she was the owner of the restaurant. She's like, I have one rule in my bar, and I don't want anybody with any phones. It's because she saw that we were on our phones. And she was an older lady, and she's like, the bar was made to meet people, not to be on your phone. So get off your phones. And every time she would see you in the phone, she would scream at you. So we were not on our phones, right? So we put our phones away. It gave us the opportunity to meet the couple that was next to us. The guy that was next to us was like, man, we just got married and we're looking for a house. I was like, oh, nice. What's your budget? What are you looking for? Where are you at? This guy's
I
like,
do houses.
I was like, yeah, like, what are you looking for? And I started picking his brain. He's like, my budget is 500,000. I was like, nice. In my mind, I'm like, bro, 500,000 in the valley? We could get you 4plex, bro. You know, like we got you. Well,
I'll get you 4 houses.
I was like, bro, what do you want?
Called quad for one. It's a quad.
You know?
I thought this story was going to take a different direction when he started talking about he met a
meeting
couple at
people
a
at the
bar. I was like, no, dude, you can't talk about that on this podcast. Not right now.
Where is this headed? We did not discuss this, man.
I had to run a marathon.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So this guy is giving me his budget, and he starts showing me the house they're looking at. And I look at this house, siding, small yard, small lot.
Yeah.
And he's like, man, they won 500 and it was 530 something for it. And I was just like,
Yeah, it's in Austin, right?
it was Austin.
Yeah, of course.
It was Austin. But that's where I'm going to, that you come to the valley and bring those 500 with you,
Yeah.
and you're going to get prime time. You know, you'll get good location, you'll get a great house. And the difference of that is that you go up there and it's just like, and I was like, so where's it located? Downtown, bro? Like, where are you're gonna live right here? Like where we're at? And he was like, no, dude. He's like, I'm gonna be
Austin
like,
proper. I don't think you're even gonna get anything for $500,000.
Nah, the
nothing
lot,
sub.
You'll
yeah,
pay 500,000 for a
nothing sub $1 million now.
no.
lot. Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy. I was like, look, man, here's my number. If you ever want to move, like, I'll help you. But it was I thought it was funny because I was like, what are the odds I'll meet somebody that's looking to buy a home? And he showed me pictures, and I was like, man, this is so crazy, man. 500,000 for 900 square feet. 900 square feet.
Damn, crazy.
No, I'm not. I'm being straight up for real. Dude, my buddy was with me. He couldn't believe it either. He was like, dude, this is insane. He was buying 900 square feet. That's why I was like, where are you buying it? Right here? Like, we're in downtown. He's like, nah, bro. I'll be like 35, 40 minutes away from here.
Shit,
I was
500
like,
bucks a square foot. Yeah.
Pretty much it.
That's what we're at Hyde, right?
Moral of the story: don't run marathons that couldn't walk for a week.
No, but you're going back to that Jackson Heights. You were what at square foot back in Jackson? That was 2015,
Dude,
16.
well, so Jackson Heights, we were what 100 and
Nah,
for construction and like the construction was at 71, 72 bucks a square foot.
That was 8 years ago.
Sales price
7 years ago.
right? That was a sales price. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yeah.
Not even close to that. It's double that. No?
Hyde Park could triple.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's gone up quite a bit.
When y'all started seeing these price increases and the price increase also on the lots that y'all are selling, when did y'all start noticing that? So that you were like, hey, we got to start moving up as well with the pricing.
It happened so quickly.
Yeah.
Prices just change. I can tell you on the shopping centers that we're building, we replicated one of the shopping centers. It was almost the same, changed the colors and things like that, and it went up in a year and a half, 50%. So from $100 square foot to $150.
Steel
a square
just
foot.
went up crazy.
Steel was a big
Transformers. I mean, it's everything.
Yeah, the Transformers took forever. Like they were out. They had to get them from who knows where.
And so okay, so
Concrete went up,
Shabby,
too.
you don't stress out.
Concrete.
but damn, bro, like all right, the material just went up 50%.
You know that cost gets passed on.
Damn,
It
raise the
does.
price.
Yeah, that's basically what
It's-
happens.
yeah.
Like we have to make our margins.
You have
too.
to adjust.
We're not doing it for free.
And
you
we're
know,
still in line as far as
Yeah.
lease wise. We're still in
lease
the
rates
good.
shot up considerably. You know,
Yeah,
Down the street, you'd probably be like Simon's, like at $4 a foot or something like that. But you know,
I
we're
remember when we
still-
started this project.
Yep.
The pandemic was
Yeah.
just started. The lockdown started, and then the contractor called me and says, "What do you want to do? Like, do we stop?" Or I was
Yeah.
like, "Hell no, keep going because there's nothing else we can do. We
Right.
got to keep moving forward."
How did that affect you? How did it affect you guys? Like, not just so much like as a company, but as a person. Because
You know-
I mean, being around the '90s and stuff, and now you're going through a pandemic. You're like,
You know, it was funny that week when
Yeah.
they issued a lockdown. Hidalgo County, you had to stay home.
I remember that.
They issued a lockdown, starts next week. That week was probably the busiest week as far as lot sales we've ever had.
Really?
I was like, what in the world
Why?
is going
How?
on?
Yeah.
Like, you would think it's the end of the world. You're supposed to be stocking up on canned goods and everybody's stocking
No,
up
I
on
need
water,
lots.
Toilet
and
paper.
toilet paper. But they're also stocking, like, everybody's in panic to close on their lots. I want to make sure I get my property. I want to make. I was, what is going on? This is
We're like, okay.
craziness.
Let's close it.
I thought everything was gonna fall apart as far as real estate, and just the opposite happened. It things went
Complete
so
opposite.
crazy.
Yeah.
Complete opposite, right?
Yep.
Even for you, I'm sure.
Yes, bro.
Like
It
you
was
just started selling, like
Unbelievably.
And then the interest rate
couldn't
went down
build-
to like
you
2%,
couldn't build fast.
2.5%. So everybody was buying. Like,
And everybody's
buying.
getting checkers from
Yeah.
Donald Trump.
yeah, realtors were like going crazy too. They were like just selling.
Yeah.
you knew that wasn't normal. You knew that was not a normal situation that we were living through.
We were those 2 years was like fantasy land. Mm-hmm. You know,
Yeah.
it wasn't normal times. I don't ever remember a time like that. Depreciating assets were appreciated. You could buy a car and sell it for more money.
Yeah.
When in your life has that ever happened?
Never.
right?
Ever.
Crypto went to the roof. Crypto was like,
Crypto was going through the roof.
You had-
Everything was going crazy.
like
What did it hit?
Get-
Like
get the
90,
Doge, get the Doge.
96,000?
Order the Lambo.
Yeah.
Did you get one?
Did you go?
Like,
Everybody
freaking,
got one.
Doge
everybody
dog.
has a Lambo.
Everybody has Corvettes now, bro.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
everything.
what the hell's going on?
Come to Umbro on a Wednesday night. Everybody's got a Lambo. It's like they're giving them away.
It's like cars and coffee over here.
Tonight, it's gonna be Lambos here.
What time is it? There's probably already Lambos out there.
That's
Nah.
wild.
So yeah, that was it really is. If you think about it, we lived through probably one of the craziest times ever because things just went haywire, and instead of everybody hiding, like everybody was spending money like crazy.
Yeah.
What did you guys do at work? Because at work we're so spaced out. We just kept with the same routine. We were just a little bit more spaced out and careful, but.
It was a very weird time, man. I remember when they went going back to the whole lockdown thing. When they set the lockdown, we were essential.
Yeah, we were essential. I don't know how that's essential.
I was wanting to
It was
take some time
doctors.
off, and then it's like, no, you're essential. Really?
Everybody was essential.
Everybody was essential.
There was like a line to HEB. You had to wait in line to get to HEB and just to get
Just to get
stuff.
in.
Yeah, nothing.
And what happened to COVID? Where'd it go?
Well, I don't know.
Where we at? Where's it at?
I remember the streets though when they did the lockdown thing. The streets were quiet, bro. I could get from Palmhurst, where I was living at the time. We were building out in Westridge, one of y'all subdivisions, dude, and it was a 5-minute drive, 6-minute drive. Right? Unbelievably, get there like super quick. Now it'll take 30, 45 minutes. That part I really liked. But getting back to your question, man, we didn't know. Like it was just
you didn't know what was going to happen.
It was a very strange time. And then we started selling a lot.
Yeah.
And then again, and you couldn't build fast enough.
The
The demand was just so high. It was weird, man.
The labor went down because people wouldn't come to work. They weren't showing up here. I know that.
No, it turned into a cluster,
Yeah.
for us because and then materials skyrocketed. Like plywood quintupled. It went from $10
Yep.
to $60 at one point,
a sheet.
6 times the amount. And as a builder, I mean, we have our budget, and we can't just go to the client and, hey, dude, it's going to cost you another $60,000 to buy this house. We as a company didn't do that to anybody. We swallowed a lot of that. It was a really crazy time. It all panned out and evened out eventually, or balanced out eventually. But we're still feeling the residuals of that, right? I think we're still kind of going through labor shortage to a certain extent. Material, the labor price of subs went up and kind of stayed up.
Yeah.
And so price of house has gone up. We're just playing shifting on the fly, figuring out as we go, adapting, evolving, like you said.
Yeah.
As we go. But what's really cool right now is people even though interest rates have gone up, for some reason the Valley became very desirable to a lot of other people outside of here.
True.
Yes.
That's true. Yeah.
Right? We got a lot of people moving into town.
We do have a lot of California investors coming into town for whatever reason.
Why is that? Right?
Because of the price. Price here compared to California.
Compared to California.
They're going to buy something over for $1 million, and they're going to get, just like 900 square feet or whatever they're getting over there compared to here, the quadplex, 2 quadplex.
And then you start to
Maybe
understand like macroeconomics, right? That we're still part of this whole system in the U.S., a capitalistic society. That people are always going to find a place to get a deal, make money, put money
to work for them.
Put money to work for them. And that was really, really interesting to see. And you're still feeling that now with the fourplexes. We still get people calling the fourplexes from outside of town, buying them sight unseen.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
So prior to pandemic, interest rates, where were we at?
4s?
Yeah, probably like
4s and 5s?
5s.
Pandemic happens.
Kind of where we're at now.
Yeah,
Right?
we're back to more or less.
No,
5s and
prior
6s.
to pandemic, yeah.
Prior. Then pandemic happens.
Pandemic, I heard some people getting some for in the 2 range.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
2s,
Yeah,
right?
2s.
Yeah.
That's free money.
Basically.
That's essentially free money. You take all the
It's
free
free
money
money,
you can get.
It's wild.
If you adjust for inflation, it's free. It's free money.
It's wild, right? And then they start sending checks out. Everyone gets checks. Still waiting for mine.
The PPP loans.
Everyone
Or
starts-
PPP money.
Yeah, start getting checks left and right for everybody. You as a person that moves numbers and you see numbers, growing up in a household, my dad's a big history buff. He just likes history. He was that old man. He's that old man that sits down in History Channel or whatever. He just likes history, right? One of the things that if you study history, it's been done before. The government, this printing of money, it's been done before. It's not something that hasn't been done before.
It's like $6 trillion, I think, that they printed. Or that, I don't know what the final number was, but it was a shit ton of money.
And you said something that caught my attention. You were like, we're living in La La Land. We're living in, what was it that you said right now?
Fantasy
It was a fantasy land.
Yeah.
Did you see it? Did you see it? As a person, you take advantage of it, obviously. But did you see a greater picture going down the road? Like, hey, man, this isn't normal. And what's happening is you know that there's
Well, in some cases you're benefiting, and in some cases you're paying a lot more, right? So, it balances out at the end. But everybody was doing well. You know, in 2021, it seemed like everybody had a record year that year, business wise. Everybody was doing well. Businesses were doing well. Homes were selling. Everybody was doing so. You know, 2022 was still a very strong year for people. And, we know going into 2023, I expected gloom and doom. I expected things to fall off. Fourth quarter was a little soft, and I was very worried what was going to happen. And we come into January, and things get busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
So it's like you
what's
never
going on? Rates are so high, and they're still raising them. They just raised it again last week. And
Xavi's over there computing the numbers.
Yeah,
Like, what the
like,
fuck is going on?
does not compute.
This is not
Does not compute.
with my market research. Damn it.
Market research is all
Xavi's like, raise prices. Raise some prices.
it will sell. It will sell.
Figured out, guys. Fucking just raise the price.
Just raise it. Nothing makes sense. Right?
Nothing makes sense.
Change the prices. Like 4 times a week. I'm like, what are they going to do?
Xavi never loses his cool except for that time.
I know. And then they're going to sit down for meetings, and Dan's like, "Is this the right one?" I was like, "I don't know. We change it 4 times a week."
Throwing darts at prices.
Like, yeah, I'll wing it.
Damn.
Like, we're already living up $11. No, $11 right now? No, 1050. We're at 1050.
Come on, guys. It's more of a methodical process than that. It's
I'm not just throwing numbers at the wall.
am I?
We'll go with 1150.
I'm going to start adding the Eddie premium so that I can't hit the flyers. It's like, okay, the Chavi's press, and I'm going to rake a little bit.
That's funny. So, Mr. Xavi, you got any kids? You married, sir?
I got kids, yeah.
Yes, sir?
I do. I got a boy and a girl. They're twins, and so
Nice.
yeah, it's pretty awesome. And hopefully one day my son gets to work with me. He's a big time sports guy. So
Nice.
yeah.
How old are your twins?
They're 10.
Ah, they're babies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're still a fun age and stuff.
Not necessarily, bro, because Xavi was already had his own business. At
7 years, boy.
At 17.
You got 7 years.
You better hurry up. You start paying your way here.
That's awesome. Dan,
Is that a
Dan's
goal
married.
for you, dude, as a dad, to have your son come work with you?
I think it is. I think that would be a beautiful moment.
Yeah, that's
Only because he talks about it a lot. If he didn't talk about it, I wouldn't.
Push it on
It
him.
wouldn't be in my head, right? So
Right.
it would be a cool thing. Like for
Yeah.
my daughter, she's very girly girl. I don't think she's as interested. She wants to do something to help people,
Yeah.
and maybe we are helping people. I don't know.
I think we are. And I think
You're giving people a place to live, bro.
Yeah.
We are, bro. And
work.
I can spin it in a
but
way.
more in
where
a
it's
humanitarian way, right? And more in a humanitarian way. So
Yeah, there's a lot of employees that work here, work in all the shopping centers, and 30 shopping centers, tons of employees.
Yeah. How many
Yeah.
jobs have y'all
tons.
created?
A lot. That's a lot of jobs.
Definitely. I
Big,
think
lot of opportunity. A lot
we
of
have about
opportunity for
180
me. Going back to the whole thing, like, y'all created a lot of opportunity for me, right? And no, I'm grateful for that. It's absolutely, you guys are doing a positive thing for the
Yeah,
community.
for everybody.
I think right now we have about 180 tenants, more or less, different tenants. Haircut places, nail salons, restaurants, Spectrum right here, Komori's, Capital Title. I mean, there's
Yeah.
we have tons of tenants.
We talk a lot, Dan, and I remember you bringing this up, I don't know, a couple months ago, 2-3 months ago, that you were fully rented, 100%.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Shit.
It was actually the first time ever this past year. We were always like
Yeah.
95%. We had so many tenants, and there was always be like maybe a handful. But yeah, this past year we got 100%. It's crazy.
That is crazy.
That is awesome.
Because you'll see other shopping centers out there.
and then we're
they're
losing
vacant.
5 this month, though.
I have to bring that up.
For anyone looking for an office space, you can get an office.
You know, we got to go back to work. We got to get back.
When are
We
we going
gotta
to end
shoot
this
the
podcast?
I'll get those leases out right now. But right now, as of right now, this second, we're 100%.
100%.
100%.
Right
And
now.
plus, actually, because we have some for the new shopping centers, and then we're building right now, so we already have some of those halfway leased. So,
So,
good.
you're all right. You're good.
Oh yeah, we should lease them out before we finish.
Yeah.
So Westaco's pretty much fully leased out, and we're still 4 or 5
Halfway.
months away.
Yeah, we're still halfway.
You got any subdivisions going up in Westaco at the moment?
We do. We have
Plug
one
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Part of it.
put that in there.
Pike Terrace. Pike Terrace is
Another quadplex.
Another quadplex
Oh,
partnership with Structure Homes.
Absolutely.
We have a handful of lots left.
Nice.
You know, so contact Dan.
Dan.
I'm already sold out, guys.
Price me right now.
Price is going up.
Sold out.
Raise the prices. Raise the prices.
Text me, please.
Yeah, right.
Ding, 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 ding. I want to lie. I want to lie.
Not everybody at once.
If you take a lot right now, we're willing to offer what kind of
This box.
You take the box of the lot.
You get the box.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much halfway there
Yeah,
over there in Westaco.
that'll be a good spot too. It's.
Should be done by August.
Can we talk about where it's at and all that?
Yeah, of course. It's on Milano and Pike Street. Basically, just 30 seconds from the expressway, 1 block away.
If you don't know Milano, Milano's been there for.
The restaurant, yeah.
Milano's restaurant's been there forever.
Y'all taking the same concept over there?
I think we went to a prom there when I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I took a prom
Really?
date to Milano's. Yeah.
You took a prom date?
Yeah. Do you remember it was Milano's and Ionelli's? Ionelli's was kind of like the party place to be for a prom or for homecoming. Ionelli's on 10th.
Remember that
Back in the day. Maybe I'm older than you.
Maybe shut
It's whatever.
Anyway,
Anyway, we're going to talk about age.
Ionelli's? I don't remember that.
Ionelli's? Yeah.
Bonanza.
Bonanza was amazing.
Bonanza.
Cool. Westaco.
That's would be awesome.
When's that going to be ready?
I would say probably August. Everything goes as planned. We're supposed to get some rain this weekend. So
10 inches of rain.
every time we get rain, it slows down a week or so.
I saw
4
that. I was
days.
like, what the heck? 10 inches, bro?
Yeah, we're supposed to
Supposed
get
to rain again.
Yes, sir.
So much rain.
Supposed to rain from Saturday to like Wednesday morning.
Even Friday, I believe. Friday's gonna get some rain too.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the industry, you don't realize how much the weather affects
Yeah.
what we do.
It does.
All the time.
What industry?
Yeah, I don't know. We're dipping dots. We're bringing
What
it
are
back.
you in?
What industry?
Dude, we should bring dipping dots back over here in the north
You
side.
should put one in here,
Somebody said
bro.
it's still at the mall. I don't know.
It is. It's still at the mall.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's
I'm
still
gonna
at the
go
mall.
take the
It's
kids.
still
They
there.
really like
That would be
place.
cool, shall we? Fuck. Just
Yeah,
bring it back.
but if it rains, we're 4 days out.
Yeah.
Just get dry again.
You know, it's,
Yeah.
you're talking about Dippin' Dots. It's funny that I've been doing real estate for over 20 years. Because my first business was the mall, the watch place. Yeah. I run into people every now and then and say, hey, you're the watch guy.
The watch guy.
All right, I've done a lot more since then. I'm the watch guy.
I've evolved.
I've evolved, guys.
I need
But no,
to
it's
deal
all
with
right.
a
You
fossil.
gotta-
I need a fossil shop.
you gotta remember your roots. That's what
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'm sure you got swatches and fossil watches at home somewhere.
Yeah, we had swatches, Citizen, the Bulova.
Yeah.
What was the other third one? It was quite a few of them. Yeah, it was called Times Square actually.
I remember.
They mentioned in
I remember.
Time Planet.
How beautiful though, man. Like where you are, like
Yeah.
from where you began to where you're at now.
Yeah.
You know that's super cool, bro. I as a person, I admire it. I think it's super awesome.
Thank you.
Just out of curiosity, why watches? Like, fuck it, I'm gonna do watches.
You know, I graduated high school and I started working for a family member in downtown McAllen.
Okay.
I was making like $200 a week. That's what I was making out of high school.
Minimum wage.
Yeah, right. And we were selling this brand of Fossil watches, like a lot. That's all. It was
Everybody
a watch
wanted a
shop, and
Fossil.
everybody was buying Fossil. And he was my cousin was getting pretty good pricing on it. And then they came out with some accessory line with wallets and belts and things like that. So I approached them all and said, "Hey, I'd like to do a little cart here."
After you
selling-
did your market competition.
yeah, market research.
Yeah.
Well, that was firsthand market research because I'm sitting there, you know, I'm working for them. We're selling the crap out of this stuff. And I was like, I think this could sell in a retail environment too. So, you know, approached them all. They approved it and got started. I remember we started like mid-September, September 15th. And I'm there all day, every day. It was a tough gig. You
Yeah.
know, mall work is a tough gig, but and it just kind of
Holidays, right? You have to work on
Oh, God.
Christmas.
that was the main
That's your
thing.
Super Bowl.
Christmas,
Yeah.
Yeah, you make majority of your income
Yeah.
right there during Christmas, and it's a tough gig, but it's it's profitable.
That's awesome.
And it's funny because it's like the 30 feet away they open up the fossil store.
Yeah,
Remember that?
yeah,
Shawty's like, lower the price $5.
You were lowering prices back then. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they open up just 30 feet away, right? It was
Yeah,
pretty much right
yeah.
there. And they were selling fossil watches too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But it's amazing how you just you saw one thing and you saw or heard something, followed your gut, created another. Saw, heard something, followed your gut, created another.
I'm always looking out and listening for opportunities. I know in 5 years I'm not going to be doing the same exact thing that we're doing today. You always got to evolve, just like you're doing with these fourplexes now, and from renovations to new homes. You always have to keep your eyes and listen for new opportunities and just keep growing. Right?
Yeah.
So it's not just about doing the same thing. Otherwise, you will get left behind.
Yeah. Stay stagnant.
Yeah, you'll get stagnant.
Yep.
The world's always evolving. Right? Everybody's always evolving. The industry, the economics, everything's always evolving. If you don't you stop evolving, you get left in the past, right?
Yep.
There's no business to be made in the past. It's all moving forward. So I'm excited about what's next.
Me too.
I know we got the one across the street, and so here's my other question, right? So like, you're at a point right now. Domain's at a point where, man, you guys are really successful, and you've created an amazing name for yourself. You're fucking 100% leased, right? That's a certain confidence that allows you to open up the playbook and okay, well, what can we work on next? Do you guys have anything planned after the district? Are you looking at anything? Like, are you already already looking 3 years ahead?
It's probably bigger.
Yeah?
The district will tie us up for a couple, 2-3 years.
Yeah, 2-3
but
years, yeah.
We have really the direction we want to go in the commercial tracks is these bigger master plan type of developments, not these one-off. That's kind of how the next step we want to get to is
Mixed use, all of it.
mixed
right?
use, and this is the start. North Park is the start of it, something like this, and keep doing these type of projects and those tie you up for several years.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's and we do have other stuff in the works. Not going to say what it is.
No,
on the
that's okay.
podcast.
Follow
okay,
the domain page.
There's follow their domain page.
Just buy Dad a six pack. It's all good. I'll find out later.
You can find
Okay.
and no, but we do have other stuff working, and so we know we always have to think 3 years ahead.
Yeah, you got to acquire the land, right? And you got to do it
acquire
now
land.
because
There's
that's
a lot
where
of
the money's to be
entitlement
made.
work. There's a lot of utility work. There's a lot of planning involved with stuff like this.
Yeah.
So like across the street, we've been in planning for the last year.
Yeah.
So now you're going to start seeing things go vertical here probably in the next handful of months.
And that's exciting, man, to see some of that stuff go vertical here in the valley.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's gonna be really cool, man. Can't wait to get started.
Is the plan to stick around this area? Are we expanding into other cities?
Hidalgo County.
County?
Yeah, Hidalgo County. I mean, people ask me, why don't you go to San Antonio or Austin? I don't think we need to yet. There's still so much opportunity.
There's plenty
here.
of land.
We got a big playground here. We got great relationships with
Right.
politicians. I know the landscape. There's still a lot to do here before we need to feel the need to go someplace else. There is, some, the Class A type office space worked well. It worked very well for us. So I want to introduce some of that new product.
Yeah.
Multi-story office space, and we're gonna do it too. We're gonna do some cool stuff.
That's really cool. I'm excited to see all that, man.
For sure. Me too. I'm like,
Just going vertical. I
Yeah.
think that if you grew up in the valley and you got to travel to San Antonio or Houston, the awe, right? As soon as the
you drive into the city.
skyline kind of
Yeah.
started to make itself known.
We're missing that.
As a kid, man, that was always like,
Yeah,
that's
we're
awesome.
not gonna get to that point, but we could do some cool projects.
we got to
that
start
are
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
multi-floor,
a
for
stepping
mid-rise, 4, 5, 6 stories. I mean, we could do some of that.
That's really cool. We've got Driscoll Hospital that's going up. That's a 13-story building or 12-story building or something like that, right?
Is it
Or 8? I don't know.
I think it's 8.
I don't know. Miscount.
Yeah, it's like
It's like 8.
It's 40-some stories. We're slightly exaggerating.
But it's single use, single purpose.
Yeah.
People want to office out of professional environments like that. North McAllen hasn't had anything like that built since, I don't know, the bank.
Yeah.
Chase Bank, are we talking
Even-
about? Or
even with
Benson?
condo units, I don't think you've had anything like that built in North McAllen since the one next to Xenio Park. That was least 35
You know what?
years
Oh
ago.
yeah.
40
Yeah.
years.
Park Place.
It's it's pretty strange.
Park
You used to
Place,
have those built. There was a couple by
Yeah.
the country club.
And then
there was
all of a
that
sudden,
one,
yeah, it stops.
and developers used to do that 40 years ago, but they're not doing it today. Why?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know.
It's a nice design. I mean, it's
Super
beautiful.
cool. Yeah.
It's gonna be real nice. Real nice.
That's exciting, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for you guys. Big time.
Same.
Cool. What about the island?
Island, that's a unique market. You know, I don't think there's enough, big enough real estate to do stuff like that. I have a partnership group where we own the land right next to Wana Wana.
Yeah, I heard.
We're looking at doing some stuff over there. We're tinkering around with stuff. We'll see what happens with that.
Yeah.
But
It's not something solid yet.
It's not something solid yet.
Yeah.
It's
It's in
a
the
vacant piece of land, or is it?
Yeah, it's a vacant piece of land right next to Wana Wana. It'd be ideal for some sort of entertainment type deal. You know, some sort of entertainment.
From a percentage wise, like when you guys are looking at projects to do in the future, of the ones that you look at, what's the percentage that actually pans out? Is it pretty high, or is there a lot of projects that, you know what? Okay, that's not gonna work.
If we go into contract on a property,
you're doing it.
it's a very high probability.
Yeah.
We're going to do it unless we find something through the due
Along
diligence
the way.
process that wasn't there on the survey or wasn't that we did not know about. We're probably going to do it.
Yeah.
Majority of the deals that I put under contract, we close.
You're doing
because
it.
We're already pumping in the pipeline. Everybody's doing their thing.
You already
We're
put in
moving.
time. You already put in money.
Putting
You already put in
time.
effort.
Once you start, people don't realize you have to start. You have to pay architects a ton of money. You have to pay engineers a lot of money. You know, you're paying them six figures to do this stuff. So you're investing time and you're investing money. I'm not doing that just to play
Look
around.
around,
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah.
that. We have every intent to close on it and move forward with it. So
Yeah. I know you didn't mention Stark County, but is Stark County, do you guys look at that at all? I mean,
No.
it's not coming up.
Don't even turn that way.
we got
Eddie swears by it and talks to me about it every time he has a drink.
Eddie's, you're gonna lose out. You're gonna lose out. Look, we haven't been over there. We haven't gone over there.
Nah, dude. They got a Starbucks. It's moving forward.
Rings and wings.
Oh my god.
Speaking
Man, that's
of
crazy.
Starbucks, what's with all the coffee places opening up?
I saw a new one coming up
Yeah,
too.
there's
It's actually right here. Dutch Bro's
Dutch
gonna open
Bros?
up right
Yeah.
here in ours in the 40 acres here.
76
All right, good
coffee.
job, Dave.
70. There you go. Yes,
76
sir.
brew. 76 brew.
brew.
And they have it.
HR department. It's too much information.
good job, Ken. That's already leaking information.
Everybody knows Dutch Bros.
He's been telling everybody.
Hour to start releasing information.
He shows up to him like, "Hey, Dutch Pros next door."
Nah, they're gonna love it. They're gonna love Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros nice. And Scooters. Scooters over there at McCall.
Scooters is coming in.
Yeah, Scooters coming
There's
into
a bit
McCall.
of a coffee war and car wash war going on right now.
I
don't
know
if
that
you
car
noticed,
washes too.
Big
there's-
time.
If you see the number of coffee shops and car washes going up, and there's so many different brands, I'm losing track.
Yeah, man. It's
and,
like
you
what?
know, we're doing deals with a few of these guys too, and you know they're both paying top dollars for real estate right now. It's kind of crazy. How much are they making?
They're making
Yeah.
they're making $27 a vehicle every time they go in there. And I'm just throwing you a number.
Yeah.
But imagine
Possibly. That could be right.
Who?
Each vehicle $20 a vehicle.
that. $20 a vehicle. Bajita la mano.
My
17
my
bucks.
brown sugar shaken espresso is like $10. It's one.
And it's funny because a year ago we didn't even know who Dutch Bros was. They're like, "Oh, well, this is Dutch
Yeah.
Bros. We want this." I'm like, "What? What brothers? What?
Well, all these
No.
new
Mario Brothers?
All these new coffee shop places, they don't even have food.
Yeah.
Like that Seven Brew and Dutch
Yeah,
Brothers.
just
and
coffee.
It's just here's your coffee.
Good. Yeah.
Right outside of Hyde Park, you got PJ's Coffee coming in too, right?
Just coffee's coming in. Actually, yeah.
But
It's
that
right there.
close to
at Hyde
that
Park.
close to your subdivision, you like where you're at on that intersection. That's where they're putting that 76. That's what I said.
Oh, yeah.
Seven Brew.
Yeah.
Seven Brew.
That was kind of cool because that was a
Next to
prefab
Kodai.
building that they just dropped.
Next week.
Yeah.
It was like
And-
one day it was there.
Yeah.
I saw it
With
too.
the
I
drive
don't like that. That's kind of scary for a builder, man.
We
I
also
don't like
have
prefab shit.
Kamori Express
Kamori Express coming in
going
town.
over
That's
there.
gonna
It'll
be fun.
the first
Yes.
of its kind.
Kamori
So,
Express. That's true.
Shout out to Kamori, man. I love Kamori.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
it's a
it
good
goes
product,
hard.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's awesome.
Best sushi place, and it's the best sushi place by far.
Awesome.
What else? Via de Mod over there at Brentwood, and Fort to Fit. The Fort to Fit guys.
We
Alex.
haven't talked about Brentwood. Talk to me about Brentwood. We need to get that. We need to get that one. I started there already, so I gotta sell that product. We need to start promoting that.
Brentwood's gonna look super nice once it's done. It's just like a James Court on steroids.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And James Court did really well.
Yeah, James Court's killed it. Everybody wanted to be in James Court, and everyone wants to be in Brentwood. And then we have for the scooter, it will be right in the entrance, scooter coffee shop.
Right outside your subdivision,
And
you
then we
literally
have a-
pick up a coffee.
You pick
And
up
the
a
car
coffee
wash.
As you're going to work.
And
Well, and I don't know if anybody heard of HEB, but the HEB is a supermarket that's
Yeah.
really cool. It's right across the street.
Right across the street.
Literally, right
Exactly.
across the street.
And we're doing a shopping center right there in front end.
Yeah,
It's
we're-
literally right across the
So
street.
you're gonna have everything you want there.
And that strip center is the same designer who did the one on Trenton for us, where Senor Cactus.
Oh yeah, it's a
The
nice.
wings
That's a
place.
nice looking building.
It's gonna have a very unique look. It's gonna really dress up the area.
When at what point did you get to where you're like, dude, design matters, and we got to push the envelope to attract attention,
Yeah,
or has it been from the very beginning?
I think that's been from the very beginning because we put such thought process into everything that we do. We want to pump out a quality product every time,
Yeah.
but each tract is unique. So there's a roster of different architects and
Yeah,
designers.
how do you
we work
pick, bro?
with.
Like you got to pick a certain architect for a certain.
it's the area.
That's
also,
absolutely right.
Yeah.
You can't do the same thing everywhere.
Yeah.
You see some shopping centers and they're copying and they just do it on the same one. And I was like, I wish they would change it up a little bit and get a little bit more creative, do some more uniqueness. But we do have to go and figure out the feel of the area, what's kind of needed, and what you want, what the end product is. Are you trying to do something more commercial, more like next to a Target, or is it more of a creative type project?
Yeah.
So there's different architects we use for different projects.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are doing an apartment multifamily unit over here, apartment complex, and that's we hired a designer, an architect that
Across the street, right?
Only does apartments, and it's a high end.
It's gonna be real beautiful.
I saw a sneak
Yeah.
peek
So
of that
nice.
too.
Yeah.
So- Shit's leaking, bro.
Should we
Shit's
tell them about the
leaking.
pool? Should we tell them about the pool shop?
No, don't tell.
Tell us about the pool.
I think he's 1 year away.
I can't tell you. I'm sorry. It's tough to
One more beer, I swear to
Yeah,
God.
maybe after a beer. I don't know. Apparently, this pool is gonna be something else. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I'm excited to
It'll
see
be
that.
a unique. It'll be a unique product for South Texas. Yeah.
So you got the apartment complex. you got,
230 apartments,
230 apartments.
right? 233 or something.
220.
220 something.
You'll be able to walk literally
We'll
to
be walk right across the street to,
bar?
all the bars.
to the restaurants.
They won't have to go anywhere. Just walk over.
Just
And if
walk
you
over.
work at
And walk back
Remax
home.
or you work at, you'll be able to walk there too.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, go to Sam's.
Yep. Go to Sam's.
I like Costco.
Yeah, DeLorean should be open within probably about another two more weeks.
Everyone's excited about DeLoreans.
Is it going to be DeLoreans? The name's DeLoreans?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, DeLoreans.
Awesome.
Yeah, everyone's talking about DeLoreans. They really want to go to DeLoreans. Everyone loves the 80s down here too. Man.
The 80s, and I think they're going to
80s
throw in
and
some 90s, right?
Yeah,
Throwing some
90s
90s
stuff
and
like that.
2000s, and this one's a little different than the other one.
Yeah.
This one has videos all over the walls.
Yeah.
So we'll have that continuous video, like if you've been in that Van Gogh.
Oh, yeah.
I
they're
did. I
doing
took my
that
kids.
Same, yeah.
That was an amazing experience.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
If it's
It'll
going to
have
be
that
like
same
that,
type of
that's going to
feel.
be so cool.
So you're immersed in the video, and it's all around. It's a digital video, so
Wow.
that would be super cool, right?
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Hopefully next week. I think that on the 16th. I think 16, 17,
Yeah.
more or less.
That's when it's opening?
I believe so. Yeah.
When's the soft opening? Are we invited there?
Yeah. Right. We gotta find out. We gotta ask Shag.
I lean on Dan and invite myself to all these soft openings. Dan, what are you doing tonight? Where are you going?
Santo Pecado is actually doing a coffee shop in the mornings, and then they're doing kind of like a lunch kind of deal, and then it's gonna be a full bar at night.
Oh,
So
that's
that's
cool.
something different.
That's-
It's
I
gonna
like
be-
that name. Who's doing that one? Santo Pecado.
the guys from Oak Oak,
Oh,
Texas
okay.
Bar. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're doing it's called Santo
We're-
Pecado.
we're killing it,
something
man.
different. The
Oak's
guy
doing
really is passionate about his coffee. He wanted
Yeah.
to do a coffee shop. I was like, let's go ahead. No one's gonna be open at that time, so
That's
take
cool.
advantage. You know.
He's got a drive-through?
No, he doesn't.
Not gonna have a drive-through.
But his design is very Instagrammable. It's like
Yeah?
very, yeah. It's
You can
super-
take pics and
Yeah, it's very aesthetic, bro. I'm like, wow, it's
because that matters to you, right? We're gonna take
It
Instagram
matters,
pics.
it matters so they can do well.
Hey, speaking about mall rats, I don't know, Eddie told you he used to work at the mall in a particular area.
Yeah, we're releasing too much information again.
This is about the time that I leave.
Eddie used to work at Abercrombie and Fitch.
I knew it.
yeah.
Oh man, it's my pass.
If you haven't seen Eddie's profile pic, you should go check it out.
Oh, hello there.
Director of marketing.
What are you doing? That's awesome, bro.
Y'all want to do the giveaway?
The raffle? Time
Let's
to do
do
the
it.
raffle?
How does this work?
So basically, he's gonna give a number on every comment that was pasted. No multiple comments.
How many comments do we have? All right, so we're gonna give everyone an opportunity to comment like here in the next 30 seconds.
Just throw anything on there.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Go to the bathroom.
That's not something I didn't think about. If we're gonna drink, I'm gonna have to go.
Eddie, take over the.
Yeah. Get in there.
Let's get you plugged in, man.
Oh no, I can actually.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
No wonder you guys were kind of whispering.
So if anybody that doesn't know, this is Eddie, head of marketing for Domain, right here. Also known as the Abercrombie and Fitch model.
I wish. I lost. I peaked, bro. In those days.
People are putting in comments. Keep putting in comments. Y'all got till the time Ronnie gets back. So Eddie, tell me a little bit of what you do for Domain.
Marketing.
Okay.
And I do a lot of the design for, the digital assets, just web stuff, things that help drive not only the image, but the inventory as well. So,
Okay.
Managing a little bit of that. And
I got a better question. How'd you get involved with
oh,
Domain?
man.
This is a good story.
So,
a good story.
dude, do you want the back story?
I want the truth.
Okay.
Give me the
So
truth.
previously, I was doing
1,000
marketing.
applicants
I had a
and-
marketing agency that I was. I wish I was as responsible as Xavi during my younger years because it wouldn't have fallen apart. I had a really good marketing agency at the time, and then it kind of all fell apart, dude. We're doing really well, and I just lost. I didn't report taxes for 2 years, so that wasn't very fun. And then I kind of, dude, just fell apart because I was irresponsible, was partying all the time, and it was fast money. It was internet money, bro. It was like easy, dude. And so then I went back to my mom's house. I remember I was like, fuck, what? I gotta fucking do something. I gotta pay a fucking tax bill. Like, what do I do? And then one of my buddy calls me, and he's like, hey man, look, I know you're kind of going through a rough patch, but there's this company called like REL or something. It's like real estate. You should like apply and maybe we could both work together. And I was like, okay. And at the time, bro, I was like, I fucking need to like do something.
Right, for
So
sure.
then he sends me the property manager's email, which is Esme, and he's like, yeah, man, just email her your resume. I was like, I don't have a fucking resume. It was never my plan to like,
Let me create one.
So I did. It took me like 30 minutes. I was like, all right, how can I do this? And then I put my headshot on it. I submitted it, and then
You put your headshot in the resume.
yeah. And then I sent it to Esme. She's like, okay, you have an interview on Wednesday. And then from there, she was like,
What's up, boy?
how's
How's it going? How's it going?
Here, come
Here's-
over here.
here's
sit
the
on this
microphone.
side.
Another cameo.
Our city commissioner.
City Commissioner, Mr. Pepe.
How you guys doing?
What's going on?
Great. How's it going?
See you, man.
Likewise,
Sir. Thank you.
So Eddie's giving us a story how he got involved with Domain. All right, so he created a resume in 30 minutes, put his
submitted
headshot.
it, but then I already knew a lot of marketing, and I was like, I need to fucking work here. Like, they're doing a lot of cool stuff, dude. I need to like be a part of it. So I put Xavi's email on a 5-day follow-up sequence, automated, so it was bugging him every single
No,
day.
it wasn't
Hell
just
yeah.
email. This guy was calling me, texting me. I was like, dude, stop stalking me.
I went
You're
full
weirding me
toxic.
out, bro.
I filed a police report.
He was about to.
The only way to get him off my back was to hire him.
Yeah, so then that's how I started. And then, dude, I got hired, and it was hilarious because 2 weeks later, I took off to Australia for like 15 days. I was like, thank you. And then I left.
Okay, he wanted to come on board, and then he's
Well, it's 'cause it was a trip that I already planned with my mom and stuff, so it was great.
yeah, cool.
I had almost forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Thanks for reminding
You're
me.
welcome.
I'm still mad at you.
Hey, first of all, I hadn't taken a day off for 4 years because of that. I was like, I don't even know, how does this work. Yeah, but that's how I started, and I love it there, man. It's awesome.
That's
I love,
awesome.
I love everybody.
You know, it honestly fits you, bro. And I think that you as a person, we need to be surrounded by people that are doing things,
For sure.
and we need to be surrounded with people that have things going for them. And for somebody that's around your age, I like the fact that you're around people that are not just successful, but are not complacent.
For sure.
Because I think that most times, like some people get a little what we would like to believe is success, and complacency will take in. And I really admire your hunger, bro.
Thank you.
I think that that comes from inside, you know, and not being complacent with what you have, man. Because hearing you speak, man, I'm gonna do this, and I have this going, and listening to your passion for it, it's fuck, man, it gets me going, you know. Like I'm like, fuck yeah, I want to do that too, you know. I want shit, and I think that you being surrounded by that is also gonna lift you up as well, because I mean, you are who you hang out with. You know?
That's awesome. I hope like this type of development, thinking out of the box, inspires other developers to do a higher quality type product here in McAllen or here in South Texas. Not just do the same box that everybody's been doing, not just a regular strip shopping center. Let's get creative. Let's create outdoor spaces. Let's create rooftop spaces. Let's create awesome products like this.
1,000%, man. 1,000%.
110.
And if you
let's give a shout out to
So we got a
Pepe here.
guest that we ran into.
Put that over there. Put that over
Didn't
there.
he just win an unopposed election?
Yeah, we were excited about it. Thank you.
Congratulations on that.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Commissioner Sebi Haddad and myself run unopposed this year. I guess we're doing something right. But I was listening to what you guys were talking about. I know Xavi actually since high school.
Yeah.
So I know this guy since he had his little store at the mall, and that's how he started. And talk about somebody with a vision.
Yeah.
You know, and a hard worker, you know, that started small and then he continued. And then he has this visions about all these developments, you know, in McAllen and outside McAllen. And now this one that I actually saw first I've been involved in the city of McAllen for 12 years. And I was the chairman of the planning and zoning for 6 before getting elected 2 years ago. So I saw a lot of the things that Xavi was doing, and I was just surprised. And more than that, very proud of somebody that I have known for so many years and being successful like his. So, brother, awesome.
I appreciate it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that is awesome.
Yes, and like he said, hopefully some other people, some other developers,
Local developers
goes ahead, and follow that thing, that footprint, and bring this kind of architectural beauty, you know, very Austin, very Monterrey kind of thing.
Yes.
It's places that we locals like to go to those places, and why? Because it's very attractive to the eye and to the senses.
Yes, sir.
Right, and this development right where we're at right now is a perfect example.
Yeah, you like I was saying earlier, you'll be driving by and you're like, what's over there? You know, like, what's going on over there? You know, and like you said, it's appealing to the eye.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. So congratulations to everybody. And for all the developers, we're trying to always in the city of McAllen to do better and to get together with all of you guys to see how we can do the process a lot easier and continue growing McAllen together.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping by.
No, my
and congratulations.
Pleasure, my pleasure. Thank you so much. And anything you guys need, please let us know.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
So let's go ahead and get this raffle going. So we got raffle time's up, so no more comments. I see the last one here.
Yeah, let me go that way. Thanks, Pepe.
You wanna hop over?
Yeah, you good, bro. You good.
Okay.
29 comments. 29 people. 29 people commented. Yes. Okay. All right. I just don't want someone that posted multiple comments on there get more than. Okay. So we're getting one comment off of everybody. Xavi, do the honor. Give me a number between 1 and 29.
Oh boy, this is easy.
Yeah, I know. You see, I already know. I know what he's going to say.
We already know. You want to say it at the same time?
I said, what are you thinking?
I already know which number it is.
All right. Say it at the same.
8.
Eight. My lucky number is 8. Everything in my life revolves around the number 8. It's weird how that's
infinity,
happening.
We almost pushed the podcast to the
Okay,
next
we're
week.
gonna have to do a second half. Discuss the number
I
8.
guess I showed up at 3:08.
It's everything.
Go ahead.
So who's got 8?
Alec Carrillo. Alec Carrillo. Alec Carrillo. You're the winner. Alec Carrillo, right here.
Oh, right before Eddie. Eddie almost had it. Oh! And Jaime Lee almost had it. Jaime's number 7. He would have won again.
Jaime, you can't win all the time.
Yeah, Jaime, come on.
Good job, man. Well, hey, man, thank y'all for stopping by, and I mean, thank you for being on the podcast.
Yeah,
Hey man,
absolutely.
this whole STBA thing, right, has created an environment for the entire industry to truly come together, get to know each other on a whole different level, man. Dan's been helping quite a bit with that, and doing the power lunches and
Yeah, the
really
power
kind of
lunches too.
solidifying our community.
And that just started just like you and I and probably 14 guys just decided to, hey, you know what? Let's
Let's
all
do a
get
power
together.
lunch. Yeah.
That was January of 2021.
Yeah.
So it's been over a year now.
And
So
now
the
people-
last one that we had,
Now people
that
look
was 100
forward
plus.
to it. And you know what? The crazy thing
Where's
is now I
the
get.
next power lunch?
Well, that's the thing. I had someone call me and they're like, "Hey, we want to get this going."
Possibly the Howling Rabbits.
I was
Possibly.
going to say, let's.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Howling Rabbits.
a lot of us.
Howling Rabbits would be awesome.
That would be
great.
awesome.
Let's work on that.
That would be awesome. And
We can get Pepe to also be a guest speaker.
Yeah.
yeah, to be a guest
Oh, and
speaker.
then Xavi had a good speaker also. Who we were talking about
Oh, yeah.
the Milton guy.
Yeah. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Like I said, sorry. Thank you all for stopping by.
Yeah, great podcast, man. We went for 2
2 hours.
plus.
What? We went for 2+?
Yeah.
That's an hour, so we
2:12.
flipped it twice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 5:10.
I told you, I was like, it
Yeah,
it
flies.
flies
It
when you're
flies.
having
It
fun.
flies.
Hours, yeah. The hourglass too.
Yeah, but like I said, thank you. We really appreciate this. And going back to the whole STBA thing, you know, we all wouldn't really be even here if it wasn't for Ronnie and everybody on the board that got together from the very beginning. And just you even know how I even got involved with these guys. Which you already kind of have a backstory, but I've known Ronnie since I was small. I was a kid, you know, somewhat come right out of high school too. So that's why I see the relationships and where you all have gone. I'm like, man, it's crazy. Like,
It's cool, man.
Yeah.
It's a really cool thing to see.
Yeah, it is
all
crazy.
for good. All for good, man.
Yeah.
All to create positive, some positive energy in our industry.
and going to Alhambra every night.
I mean, dude, it's super nice to go somewhere and it's like, oh, your friends are all there,
Yeah.
right? And no matter where you go to, it's like, oh, friends are all there. You always know somebody.
And hopefully
Especially
our
in
office
industry.
is open soon. Maybe
And
about
hopefully I'll have an office
6
here.
weeks, maybe a month.
Me too.
Well,
me too.
Alec Carrillo put, wow, thank you all. So they got
That's
that
cool.
one. I could take him.
How much is the gift card for?
It's a dinner for two.
Oh,
So
it's dinner for two.
So
Oh.
whatever it is, I don't know.
Alec.
Alec, have fun.
If you don't call him in 30 seconds, it
heck away.
works. I'm kidding.
I personally know him. He's a good guy.
Yeah,
He works for Valley Land. He's a
good.
He's a good guy. He's someone in the industry as well. I'll take it to him. Let him know.
Sweet.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank y'all, everybody. Thank you.
Time.
Then you take it off and you're
When you get out, you're like,
oh yeah.
What'd you think?